Facebook?
Because I didn't want to be until we were on the radio. Well, you didn't tell me to. You're the boss. We're live now. Go ahead and get your phone set up. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Getting off to a little bit of a late start, but we're here, live and in color. Some kind of color.
Now, you said you can share this to how?
Okay, so you hit share, and then you hit share now. And then once it posts, then you hit that, and then you can see all the stuff.
Oh, I thought there was something else I was missing. I do that.
Well, you need to share my post that I do, which you don't.
I did. Look at, I shared the
on
one
the Automotive Edge. You do it on your personal page, but you never do it on the Automotive Edge.
How you do that?
Well, when you're on Facebook, well, I'll tell you later. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in here on our social media sites, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We're getting everybody dialed in this morning here on this very nice, rainy, kind of cloudy rain. We got a lot of rain yesterday and some today.
We got more rain coming today.
That's what I heard. Might as well take it while we can get it.
I was going to raise the window and let some of that fresh air in here, but I'd hate to jump up in the middle of the show and break my neck closing with the rain.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Do the show on the ground.
Yeah.
Here we are. All right. We're kind of off and running almost. As soon as Larry lets us know when
we got 1 minute left.
Thank you very much.
Back online.
Appreciate that immensely. What's this? All right. I don't need all this. Thanks, everybody. We are live here this morning. A little slow start getting off here. We're on the radio on a break, getting ready to come back off the break onto live on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR. So I hope everybody will be a part of what we're doing. There we go, a little feedback.
You're always yelling at me.
Yeah, I do. I do that too. Well, Kurt, you look good.
Yes, I do.
You got the nice hat. And
you know what? I had a guy
say,
where do you get a tie-dye shirt? And I said, at the Ranger Stadium. He said, you gotta go all the way there to get a tie-dye. And I was like, well, it's good.
There it is. You can see it somewhere in there. It's like camouflaged.
And he goes, I walked away. I went, I'm not having this conversation.
I see it.
Right.
And actually, you can kind of see it camouflaged in there. They got the way they got it like that. You can see it. See right there better on the screen.
Yeah.
Because it has a T like that. All right, we're coming back off the radio. A little music for your enjoyment till we get back kicking in with the host Kurt Chase and myself, Big Wheels Bo Carver.
Well, there's no stopping us now.
Yeah, are you
stuck
sure?
with us for the next 4 hours.
Are you sure?
Like it or not. My mom would always say, learn to like it.
You better like it or lump it.
That's right. That's right. 214-787-1190 is the number. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show. We're here today to help you with all your automotive needs. Not some, all. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop, we are here to help. Make sure that your automotive needs are taken care of. 214-787-1190. If you got a question about where to go, who to see, what to do, how to fix, how to repair, our opinions and facts. Where opinions matter, facts count. Last week, I had, it was amazing. I had some listeners. We had some listeners that said, well, you never talk about this, or this. I said, well, why don't you call in and talk about it?
Yeah, that might be a good place to start, right?
Yeah, he called me a smart A.
Well,
And he wouldn't give me a B or C or a D. He was giving me a
He's giving you all the A pluses, huh?
wow. I said, look, if you want to talk about that product, then why don't you call in?
Yeah.
He goes, well, you just show favorites. I went, buddy, I talk about everything.
Favorites.
I said, so have you been watching news all day? He said, why is it? Because you're mighty negative.
That'll do it to you. Some of those stations you get on there and you're really going to be grumpy for
Yeah,
a
he
long
started
time.
lighting me up. I said, sir, have a blessed day. Click. And I got a message. I'll never tune in again. And then 2 days later, guess what?
He asked you a question about what he heard on the
Yeah,
radio.
he got a question.
Well, we take them all. We love our good listeners and we even love our bad listeners.
Yep.
We love all of our listeners. And we are here every Saturday morning on Talk Radio 1190, which you are listening to on the radio right now, KFXR, an iHeart Media Network station out of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But then, bada bing, bada bang, you can find us on social media sites, live streaming on Facebook, on the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook page, LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, the host, and then on YouTube, and that's the Automotive Edge Radio Show on YouTube. That's youtube.com/@theautomotiveedge. So all these places, you can see our little smiley faces and colorful outfits, tie-dye shirts by Kurt this morning, and we're good to go.
It's not purposely a tie. It's not really a tie-dye.
It's not a tie-dye, but you said the guy asked you where you got your tie-dye
Yeah, he said,
shirt.
sir, where'd you get that tie-dye shirt? And I said, at Arlington Stadium. He goes, I got to go all the way to get there. It's got a Texas Ranger emblem on it. And I went, yes, sir. And he goes, well, that's kind of.
He might even ask where I got my Tarleton State shirt.
Well, I pointed at it. I said, it was Texas Rangers. And he goes, you went all the way over there to get it. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, boy.
I did.
Yeah, sir.
I didn't watch the game or nothing. I just went there to get this special
Go
shirt.
squeeze some tomatoes and thump the cantaloupes. I don't know what to tell you.
Stomp on some grapes to get you some more wine.
I don't know what to tell him. And then I saw him again at the register, and he kind of gave me a smile. So, there's just some conversations. I can only go so far.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I got to figure out how to do the shuffle off to Buffalo, kind of. But I get a lot of compliments on this shirt. I was at the ball game with Will Sakala.
Cool.
And I got to tell you what, that guy buys more memorabilia. I guarantee you, if he ever emptied his closet and his
what else you got to do with
attic and the rest of it, I bet he's got 400 or 500 pieces of that ugly Pittsburgh garb and Ranger garb. And
well, the Rangers garb is good, but the other stuff I can do without.
And so we're up in Pittsburgh, and we're going around one whole day for him to just try to find a wallet.
A Pittsburgh wallet?
I'm like, really?
He'll never.
Here, I got one word for you: Amazon.
True.
And he's walking and he's telling everybody the same story. He's the fan. He's the man.
He's the man.
I hope the Jets beat the crap out of him Sunday.
Well, we'll see. I've got a very dear friend that lives up in the Northeast, and
well, Pittsburgh's beautiful. Actually, going up there, we wanted to. I've never been in the Steelers Stadium, which was stadium number 22.
Wow.
That I've been to in my old life, and I've got 10 more to go to. Hopefully, I can get to them before I pass.
Now, what are they?
I have not been to.
You haven't been to Cowboy Stadium?
I was there with grandson.
Too many times, right?
I've only been there maybe.
I know. I knew you'd been
there.
there.
I haven't been to the new Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami. I have not been to
the Vegas Stadium,
Mile High Stadium. Hadn't been to Vegas Stadium. Hadn't been to Seattle.
Green Bay.
Have not been to Green Bay. Haven't been to the Titan Field, the Jaguar Field.
Boy, who wants to go to the Jaguar Field?
I have not been to the Ravens. Have not been to Cleveland,
Buffalo,
and Buffalo.
Well, that's quite a few.
Because I've been to Candlestick Park.
Cool.
I went when the Chargers were the San Diego Chargers.
Right.
And I've been to watch the Rams play the 49ers. But the 49ers played at Candlestick, and then the Rams played in their own. They had 3 stadiums.
Right. Exactly.
But, yeah, so this year I want to go to the Las Vegas game. See, I like Las Vegas for the shows and the food. I don't give a crap about gambling. I just don't. I'm not a gambler.
Well,
but I will just tell you this. We went there for my nephew's wedding, shotgun wedding. You ever seen one of those things at the wedding chapels?
Oh, yeah.
They're lined up.
Where Elvis, like
Half of them had to be drunk.
Elvis impersonators kind of guys.
Well, yeah, they get in there and they, I do. Boom, you're out. Hand them
Uh-huh.
the money and you get a license. So anyway, my nephew did a shotgun wedding. And so we're at, I can't remember the hotel we're at. Anyway, me and my brother-in-law, John, and my two nephews, we're down there in the booking room where you place all your bets.
Right.
Man, they're huddled up picking these games and doing all this stuff. So I get a pen. Get this. I go down, I check 10 games.
Yeah.
Look them over. I didn't just, randomly check one. Okay, I like this one, this one, this one, this one. Turned it in with my money, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm done." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "What are y'all doing?" He goes, "We're still trying to figure it out. So y'all have a good day." So I boogie and I catch up with everybody. That next morning, we all go down and have breakfast. Josh is married, and we go. Every one of them lost. I handed my stuff. The guy hands me $1,300.
There you go.
And he looked at me and goes, "Really?" I said, "Y'all spend too much time talking yourselves in and out of the end game.
Right.
If it looks good, do it."
Yeah, that happened to me going to horse races there in New Jersey once with a friend of mine I worked with. And he's over there studying the horses, like if they got a bandage on their right leg's not good, if it's on the left leg's not a problem, but all this data. And he would wait till the very last second to bet. And I was just going up there randomly picking something I like, and I won more money than he did.
Well, we went, me and Ralph and Will, and then Shelly, Carol, and Melinda. Melinda and Shelly won every race but one. And get this, me and Will lost every race but one.
And studying it hard, right?
And he's going, I'm like, so we go down to the paddock, not the paddock, where they're lining them up.
Right.
And so we're standing, he goes, "Man, I really like that." And everybody's out there looking them over, and they're looking at their sheets. I'm going, "You've got to be kidding me." So I told him, I said, "That's a good-looking horse that's going to win." He goes, "No, that was the only race I won."
I picked it just because it was a good look.
Yeah. So
well, that's what happens, when they call it beginner's luck, and I guess that has some validity to it. But that's really, to me, the way to have fun when you're doing something like that is just go do it. Don't.
Oh, my dad, he would go to Louisiana, and the guys that own Campese's, if you've never eaten there, you need to eat there. And so Corky Campese had a hotel there.
Right.
My dad would stay in the same room every time. Corky would hold it open for him. He'd go down and meet this guy on the corner, 5:30 in the morning, get the racing sheet, and he stunk. He spent all morning coffee and everything. My mom would leave him alone. So we get down there, and my dad's got this table, and he's mad. Oh, he's mad. I said, "What's going on?" She goes, "Don't talk to your father." I said, "What do you mean don't talk to your father? We're here at Louisiana Downs." My dad is livid. So I reach in my pocket. I said, "Look, Pop, here's $500. Have a good time." He goes, "What is that?" And I said, "You ain't got to pay me back." "Oh, okay." He lost every bit of it. I was like, "Boy, you really stink at this."
You think he lost every bit.
So he retires from J.C. Penney's.
Right.
And him and Mom are living in Irving. He goes down to the horse track there in Grand Prairie. I don't know what they call it now. And guess what he learns how to do and get a license to do?
Take bets.
Take bets. Yeah. So all of his tip money,
he put it on the horses.
Lost everything. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
So he worked for free.
Yeah, what are you doing?
At least he got to be at the tracks.
Oh my gosh! I said, "How's those horse racers?" "Shut your mouth."
I just remember when I worked out at with the Texas Rangers, and
it's a commercial.
It was nice to be out there to get to watch the games for free. But I don't know. It's you get addicted to something like that, and I get it. I mean, that was his love. He loved that arena, I think.
Yeah, there has to be a point though where you just maybe bet $1.
Just don't go all out.
Yeah,
just do something.
Don't take all your money. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If we can help you with your automotive needs, let us know. Quick break, pay some bills. We'll be right back.
All right. Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thanks for being a part of our broadcast this morning. A little rainy morning here in the North Texas area. I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but appreciate each and every one of you for being with us this morning.
I'm going to send Maddie a new music list because I did not send her ABBA. I promise you I didn't. And she goes, Mr. Chase, those are the ones you sent me. Nah, ABBA was never a disco song. I'm going to have to revamp that.
Whole thing.
Not my playlist.
Okay.
Not mine, I guarantee you.
I will take that out.
Yeah, that ABBA, I was like, holy smokes. Because you gave that to me. I went, let me help you real quick. I've never listened to ABBA. That's all right. Well, I got a whole new playlist I'm halfway done with.
ABBA Dabba.
Yeah. And you know what's amazing? Those folks went on tour and you couldn't get a ticket.
Some people have that charisma.
Yeah,
I know that. Like Wayne Newton. I mean, do you know anything that Wayne Newton ever did that was a hit?
And then he had his face pulled back so tight. If you'd have stuck a pin on his face, it'd have blown up. And they're still packed in there seeing him.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Vegas.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. And how about Michael Bolton?
Yeah.
Same way. I mean, I think he's had a couple more successful hits than Wayne Newton, but.
Yeah, I when we were in Vegas last time, we saw Phantom of the Opera, Lance Burton, and I wanted to see Mr. Vegas. You couldn't get a ticket. He was the only one I couldn't get a ticket. Him and David Copperfield, I couldn't get a ticket to.
Well, I think Wayne's tied into the who, so I think they're going around going like, "You better go to this show. I know your family, where your family lives."
He's just that, like going to. There's some shows, some people in Branson, Missouri, right. You just can't get in to see.
Yeah, like the Oak Ridge Boys and people like that.
Yeah. They just, Alabama. And,
well, those guys had a lot of hits.
They just, they pack them still.
Oh, yeah. But
I like the old stuff. I don't think I could ever go see Michael Bublé.
Why?
All right, 1 minute till we're back live.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's pretty good.
I can listen to him sing on TV a little bit, but to go to a whole concert.
Well, first of all, I'm not a really big concert goer.
Yeah.
I don't really do
If
that.
it was a speakeasy, like they have down there at the Scat Club in Fort Worth.
Right. Exactly.
And, we saw somebody in the Rocket 88s. Man, it was bad to the bone.
Yeah,
but it was intimate. They had the red velvet booths and, and he walked around and, that's my kind of deal.
Yeah, that's different.
But going to a full-blown concert with,
Well, first of all, I don't understand the ticket prices anymore. I mean, give me a break. And then the way you have to buy tickets nowadays, you don't even know really what you're getting.
Well, when Def Leppard was in town, I said, I'm going to get a limousine for my wife and her friend Tammy and let them go to Def Leppard. So I got online. I was booking. I was like,
yeah. You realize then how much you loved your wife.
How much do you think the backstage experience was for Def Leppard?
$1,000.
$2,600.
And that didn't include the ticket?
That was your ticket.
Oh, and the backstage appearance. $2,600. Wow.
A person.
Were they still alive back there when you went back?
I don't know.
Was this before the show or after the show?
Get away. Today and every day. That's right. Man, I love this kind of music. If you ain't moving and grooving, you probably aren't alive.
Carrie Matthews, thanks for tuning in this morning. Said Big Bulge Bow. And Kurt, what did you say?
Cobain, the singer.
I know, Kurt Cobain. Yeah. Big Bulge Bow.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, brother.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Hurry, 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 hurry if you're wanting an electric vehicle. The $7,500 tax credit will be gone. Thank you, Jesus, at the end of the month. And coming up in the show, we're going to break down how much those crazy knucklehead Democrats
oh boy, here we go.
Had the government spend, voted in, the sky's fallen, the new Green Deal tax credits. I think you're going to be shocked how much money, our money was totally wasted. I mean, think about it. What other product can you say right now, your home, your cars, your clothing, whatever the case may be, that the government stepped in and gave you a tax credit for?
Well, they did back in COVID. If you wore a mask, you got a little extra money.
I'm going. And then they had the PPP loans. And I lost a few friends over it that bought boats and cars. And I'm going, you did what with that money? Shame on you. You get that money back. If it doesn't go to your employees, that's what the money was set up for, to keep your company viable.
Right.
Not to buy exotic car. There was a lot of people went to prison over that, and they got a bunch of stuff confiscated, buying luxury homes and applying for millions and millions of dollars
For that
plan,
for that program.
Yeah. And so when they came out with the $7,500 tax credit, the first full electric vehicle that came out years ago was the Nissan Leaf. And it came out, cool little car. I watched them plug it in. I drove the thing, not bad, for a first run, did everything, they said it was going to do. And I went, why does the government get involved in crap like that? Where go back to your office, cut the expenses, cut the expenditures, quit wasting that money like Doge is finding out every time they turn the corner how bad you're hosing the American people. And stop. You do what you can when you can. We have our Adopt a Teacher program, and some of the teachers sent me some lists this year, and I went, look, we can't spend money on that. One of them, asked for $1,600 for mulch because the courtyard looked bad. And I get it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the teacher going, all the kids, my classroom, each kid brought a plant. We went out there and planted it.
Right.
And, they want it to be nice and spend time. I get all that. But I was the guy that says, I just can't do that. But if you need papers and pencils and crayons and colors and dry, we're there. I know what my budget is. I said, but here's the thing. If we have extra money at the end and the teachers are all happy, I'll bring the mulch. I'll put the mulch in. No problem. We had a school that was built, and guess what they forgot to add in the addition to the school? They added on a wing. No chairs for the teachers. They had to sit on the floor, sit on a desk, or go down the lunchroom.
Crisscross applesauce.
So we went out and we purchased the chairs so the teachers would have a nice chair to sit in their classroom. These are the things that we do. But my point is, I'm not, patting myself on the back. We know what our budget is, and we know where the money's needed, and we know what we need to do to help.
For realistic issues, that's the key.
Yeah, but giving $7,500 tax credit
to people that didn't really even need it. That's the whole thing, is that these EV vehicles are not cheap. They haven't been cheap.
Well, they should have quantified the day they rolled them out. You're right, 100%.
And so you have these $100,000 vehicles, and who do you think is going to buy a $100,000 vehicle? It ain't me.
Nope.
It's people that's got the lot of bread, and so they don't need that $7,500 thing. It was a push to push the EVs, and that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. And it didn't help anybody. It might have helped the rich a little bit, but that's what the Democrats complain about.
Well, it didn't help them at all because they didn't need it.
That's what I'm saying. But then the very same thing they complain about is, they want to tax the rich and do all that. They turned around and gave them $7,500. Go figure.
Yep. I don't get it.
No, nobody can figure it.
You spend where you can spend and you give where you can give. And, they're writing hot checks every day. You and I go to jail for it. You wouldn't believe how much.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if I can go write a $7,500
back in the day,
check.
I bailed probably 5-6 people out of, do what?
I think 1 minute, right? No, where are we at?
Yeah, we're at the commercial break.
What's 8:40 is what I got.
I was sorry, guys. Keep going. I was reading the commercials on here. Sorry.
All right, no problem.
Probably 5-6 people I bailed out of jail for $100 check or whatever the case may be. I went down and had to pay the check and the fine and got them out. I think some of them still owe me some money for that. But the government can just do whatever they want to do, and I'm going, how is this happening? I'm so happy the $7,500.
Well, I know how it's happening. If you look at their salaries and see what their income is, that's where you might find the rabbit hole.
Buddy, they don't worry about that income. They got all them hidden door investments. But anyway, my point is, how many people, when I was posting on these different sites and involved in some of these car talks, were going, I can't believe you feel that way. Them buying cars is not doing anything. No. I said, here's the deal. Do you know how much money a dealer makes every time he sells a car? And I'm on a live chat with these people, and she said thousands. I said the average car that was sold on a buddy of mine's lot lost $16,000. And she said, "What do you mean?" I went, nobody wants them. And so the only way that they're getting them is if you're wealthy, or they give them away. And so I'm going, y'all need to really slow down with the mindset of the sky's not falling. The ozone deal was a bunch of BS. They want all these billions of dollars and they can't answer any questions. All they talk about is the economy. Look, go back and clean up your house. Get all the X's and O's in place. Cut people where you don't need them. And that's the thing, because there's a bunch of people in Congress that are not really smart. They just got voted in, but they have a really good support system around them. And I don't know what they're feeding. They're trying to make them look smart. Like I'm not going to get, I can name 5 real quick. But I am so glad the $7,500 is going away. Your thoughts? You think we ought to have a $7,500 or any kind of incentive coming from the federal government when it comes to buying a car?
Well, why don't they do that for homes for the people that that are like?
Well, they are. You got Section 8 housing.
Well, that helps, I guess, for the people that low income. But what about average income people? People that, they were giving that $7,500 to people that were really rich to buy these vehicles. So why don't we do it for the middle class to give them a $10,000?
And the middle class is one that makes the world go.
Yeah, $10,000 to go buy a home. Thank you very much.
Well, now they're doing it with all the energy efficient water heaters and upgrades.
First of all, if you think that EV vehicles save the planet, you need to research a little bit more than what they just throw at you on the news.
Yeah. 214-787-1190. Your thoughts? If you think we're just blowhard, or you agree or disagree?
Well, we are blowhard, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's another topic. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Introduce you to some great sponsors. We'll be right back. This lady goes, well, if they didn't have the tax credit, they wouldn't have sold the cars. So what?
And they didn't make any money on these vehicles. A lot of people think, oh, man, all those EV vehicles, they're probably pocketing $10,000. That's why they're giving them $7,500 tax credit. Well, it didn't go to the dealership.
Yeah, but just think about it. We have 535 people in Congress giving away billions of dollars. That's not running a country.
Carrie Matthews said we should get $7,500 credit for a car or truck over 20 years old. I agree with that. Now, that's something I can go for right there. If you can keep that vehicle that long running good, you should get that. Good point.
I think you reach out and help people, because there's so many things that are going on now with your Section 8 housing, with food stamps, with Medicare. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, Social Security, we pay into that. So that's not I'd go, well, you get Social Security. I paid into it for
you still get taxed on
years.
And when they do that and send me that, I have to claim the income for that at the end of the year. Now, supposedly that law that just passed, I think it's doing away with that, but I'm not certain about that. I think it did away with tax on Social Security.
It's just ridiculous. You have people up there that they get voted in. They really, 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 they don't give a crap about us. They give a crap about the Boys and Girls Club of Washington.
They want to get reelected, and they'll tell you what you want to hear to get it, and then they'll do something behind your back, because all the laws that get passed, I bet most people don't even know what they're going on.
Well, they don't. When you see the bailouts, and then you go in there and you look at, they put up $1 trillion for to save, the government, keep it open. Then you look inside there and you got $500 million in pork spending.
Mm-hmm. Save the lizard.
When I saw that, where they gave that university the money to determine whether a rattlesnake would bite a rabbit or a squirrel faster. And that the old senator from Oklahoma used to have that. He put out that pork spending book each year.
Right.
If you would open it up,
shocking.
You would need shots of tequila to finish it. You would be so angry to see how they gave some company like $150,000, $200,000 to figure out how to market caviar up in the Northeast.
We need to figure out something so that we can get some money from the government.
Well, you know what? like I said, I lost some friends when I found out what they do with their PPP money. I was like, shame on you. Shame on you. And he goes, that's my money. I said, no. Let's not do that. That's what you handle with your tax return.
Right.
This was money to help companies stay viable, not motorhomes and yachts and summer homes and jewelry and vacation. That's not what that money was for.
Correct. Well, it's just, again, one of those things that where they don't think through when they pass these laws or do these.
Well, you got to figure how many billions are sitting in the school funds that haven't even been spent. Billions of tax dollar money that's just sitting there. Suck it all back out. Put it back into the treasury. Start paying off this debt. I don't understand it. That is the most broken, unaccountable system I've ever seen in my life.
Well, there's a lot of broken ones. IRS is another one.
You know what a guy told me? He said, you just don't understand how government works. I said, oh, here, let me help you.
Yeah. We can see how it works.
I can tell you in one sentence how the government works.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Believe me, with the audits and everything they imposed on me, woo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hey, it's getting that time of year. I noticed the other day when I was going out to my mailbox, all the coupons that were in there, and I can't believe it. I was in Home Depot. They've got that thing decorated for Halloween to the nines.
I'm surprised they don't have Christmas in there yet.
And you can see that everything's getting changed over. The lawnmowers are kind of depleting, and the outdoor equipment's depleting, and the holidays are changing, and it won't be long. I think it's going to be loaded up with Christmas stuff.
And
I don't mind.
That's your love right there. They're going to ask you to leave when you get in there. Sir, we're closing. We're going to have to ask you to leave.
Me and my grandson, we love it.
Standing next to Santa Claus.
We're hitting every one of them buttons, making it work.
And
funny. Those people in Home Depot that listen to that all day long.
Yeah,
I saw this one kid run along and slid, and he hit 6 of those buttons and got them going. I went, that's my kind of kid right there.
Welcome to Christmas.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all the coupons that came in were a bunch of big sale coupons, and then there was a lot of automotive coupons in there. And the automotive coupons were saying, getting close to winterizing your car. Is your car ready for the winter? We really don't have a winter here to where you need to put on snow tires and snow chains and go 90-10 on your antifreeze and do all the things. Here's what you need to do. I can help you real quick. Take your vehicle over to Driver's Edge Auto Repair and have them just service your car. Make sure all your fluids are topped off. Windshield wiper fluid is real important. And now they have products now, the windshield wiper fluid, that'll help get the ice off. And make sure your car's equipped. Make sure you have an ice scraper. Make sure, we've talked about in the back that you have an extra thing of oil and you have water and flashing lights and a couple of big heavy duty blankets, whatever you need to do not to take the chance of when you're traveling to be
stuck,
unprepared. But these coupons that I was looking at, I was going, my gosh, how many times could you take good parts off and put good parts on? And if you go to mydriversedge.com, they put all your history in there. How many miles do you drive a year? What kind of driver? It's like your doctor, and they start this sheet. And so they know, hey, Kurt, how you doing? Yeah, it's time for your oil change. And get the things done that needs to be done at the time of service. Don't over-service your car. They're building these cars too good to over-service your car. I had a friend, and I saw he was trading in his car, had 52,000 miles on it. And his wife went to a shop and they did the 75,000 mile service for $1,600. And I went, my gosh. And the miles in the year were perfect. And I went, well, they told her. And I'm looking at this work order. I'm going, that's just crazy. Go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com for a location nearest you. Print off their coupons on their site and get it done right. That's mydriversedge.com. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you have an automotive need, let us know. Let us help you out. 214-787-1190. We would love to make sure that your automotive needs are taken care of. This was a great week this week. I have been, it's amazing. I've been traveling around trying to find 2 things. And that's a couple of pre-owned Subarus for some friends, a pre-owned Expedition, and what else? Oh, a pre-owned Grand Highlander. And on the last one, they're just not available. You're going to pay for pre-owned what you can pay for brand new. But it's been a really, really good week. How many people have called and said, hey, I'm looking for this. I need this. I want this. And we've been able to fill, I think, 16 orders out of 20-something this week. And so when I get off air today, if you have an automotive need, go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on the message icon, tell me what you're looking for, leave me your phone number, and let's get you hooked up. But I went all the way down to Ennis to look at a vehicle. I went to, I was all over the town this time. So I get down to a dealership, right? And the salesman walks out and he goes, hey, welcome to Joe Bag of Donut Motors. I said, hey, how are you? I hand him my business card. He said, what is this? I said, well, I've been in the auto industry but almost going on 38 years, and I'm here to look at that Expedition for my nephew. He said, are you buying? I said, once again, I'm looking at this vehicle for my nephew. He said, where's your nephew? I said, I'll tell you what, have a good day, buddy. Can I get the keys to this vehicle? I just walked away. I'm going, it was really sad because I so understand how consumers feel sometimes. But even the manager came out and said, hey, what's going on? I said, he didn't tell you? Well, he told me. I said, then why are you asking me what's going on? I mean, I got to that point where, man, my blood pressure started going. I said, tell you what, y'all have a great day. Well, the GM called me and says, hey, Mr. Chase, can we get you to come back? And I went, no, you need to train your salespeople on how to meet and greet and stop with all the baloney. You could have sold that Expedition today. Wow. And you know what he says? The last thing he said?
Well, I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, have a nice day, Kurt.
No.
All right.
You're not going to talk about this on the radio show, are you?
Well, yes, we are. We're doing it right now.
I'll never say the name of the dealership, but I was just blown away.
Tell me, I will.
That we're having a conversation. You know, here's the thing. Car guy to car guy should have a little bit better conversation. You know, if it's baseball player to baseball player,
sure, it's going to be
football.
Different to a fan. It's different conversation.
And so I said, well, here's the deal. I said, could I see the reconditioning sheet on this? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, your internal RO on the reconditioning. He goes, what is that? And then the manager comes out. You know what he says to me?
What?
Why do you want to see that? I said, I'm just curious what the cost was to recondition this vehicle. Looks like a pretty good rig. And he goes, well, our average reconditioning is about $1,600. And I said, okay, so what was the cost on this one? Well, about average. And I went, well, we're not really getting anywhere. And I just walk over and get my car. And they're both looking at me like, where's this guy going? And next thing you know, my phone's blowing up. I said, that is amazing that you had that opportunity to sell me that vehicle. And I ran into it a couple of times. There were some people that actually didn't want to talk to me because I wasn't the buyer. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
So I'm out looking for my nephew. He goes, we don't pay referrals. And I went, have a good day.
Pay referrals.
And so I get a call going, hey, what happened? I said, look, I can't accept referrals. I can't be paid for what I do. I just need to know the facts. So let me just tell you, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. That's why when you go to theautomotiveedge.com and you put your information in, that will not happen. We're going to send you to the people doing it the right way to minimize your time and maximize your dollar. That's what we do here on the Automotive Edge radio show. I don't get compensated per car deal. I don't get referral checks. I don't get any of that stuff. We tell you, if we save you money, pay it forward. If we save you time, go volunteer somewhere, do something. But you don't have to worry about us. We're okay. I mean, I'm okay. I don't know about Bo.
Well, I'm next to Kurt, so I'm okay. It's trickle down economics. It does work.
Yep. I got to tell you something.
What?
I should have said this earlier. Remember when I told you the one thing I'll accept?
Yeah, well, apple pie.
She called me.
Oh, thank you. Just call back.
And you know what she said?
I'm sorry I hadn't been able to get you an apple pie.
Nope. She said, Mr. Chase, I'm up there in age, and it's been a while, but I'm gonna go ahead and bake you an apple pie.
Sweet. How about that? We don't take money, but we will take food.
Yes, we
especially when
will.
it's like that.
Oh, the way she weaves it,
the old-fashioned way, right?
Cinnamon sugar on top.
What was that? What's that? Cook, granny something? Granny cook something like my old granny when I had made
the way
that.
Grandma cooks.
Grandma with the
214-787-1190. Quick break, top of the hour. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I've got to have a slice, baby.
Happy camper.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yep. In fact, Mrs. Mitchell, one of the sweetest ladies in the world, had her hands full of raising 3 beautiful daughters, and Bill passed away a couple years ago. And boy, this lady can cook. And I don't know what it was. Whenever you went by there, they had the best tea in the world.
They know how to make it then with the Southern style.
I don't know what they put in it, but he say, "Hey, come by and have a burger and a glass of tea." And
sweet tea?
And I'm not a sweet tea drinker.
But they didn't have sweet tea?
Oh, they did.
Well,
they'd make it.
First of all, it's the brand of tea. And I think Louisiana is the best.
Well, they would only make it one way.
And
tea.
Then do the sun, but you have to put the sugar in while it's being brewed. While it's being brewed. You don't do it after. You put the sugar in it while it's brewing.
Yeah, I don't like sweet tea.
I love sweet tea. Man,
you're like Uncle Si.
Yeah, but you weren't born in the South, so that's the reason. You're born in the South, you love sweet tea. And that's
what, but here's the thing. I enjoyed Kool-Aid. I enjoyed
really?
Soda pop. I enjoyed, but I like the taste of tea.
Well, the tea is tasteful with the little sweetness.
Well, I tell you what, I must surrender myself here real quick because I like an Arnold Palmer.
Well, there you go. So that has a little sweetness.
I just bought one. It's in the fridge.
Purple Haze likes Arnold Palmers too, and I like them. It gives you that nice little.
It's just expensive at a store. I guess because it got a picture on the bottom on the deal.
Because it's special.
Yeah.
Just like we talked about.
$6 for a gallon of tea.
Well, just like we talked about automobiles, the less you make, what happens?
Yeah.
The more expensive it is, because the masses they makes when they put a lot out there of the same thing, they can lower the price because of the mass of it. If you start dwindling down, like if you want a vehicle with nothing on it, like no automatic power, no power windows, no this, no that, it's going to cost you a lot more than the one that's loaded.
Well, I think there's Milo's, Arizona, and Arnold Palmer. So get this, I'm at the self-checkout, and I got the Arnold Palmer in there, and the guy goes, "What do you think?" I said, "Buddy, this stuff's bad to the bone." He goes, "Watch my stuff," and there was a display behind the self-checkout. Man, he grabbed like them and said, "Buddy, you're going to be addicted." He didn't realize.
Was it the Arnold Palmer brand?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Where'd you get it at? Kroger?
Kroger. Yeah.
I'm going to have to stop in there and grab some on my way
Good
out.
groceries. And so we have a Bible study here every Wednesday night, and they're all now addicted to
that tea.
Arnold Palmer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
We're promoting Arnold Palmer today, which is a drink, not the person.
Yeah.
Now, I guess he created that, huh?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Half tea, half lemonade.
Mm-hmm. So you don't do the sweet tea. It's just the tea with the lemonade sweetening it.
Yeah. And I don't know why it's just so refreshing.
Well, it's
because iced tea is not refreshing.
But did you put lemon? Have you ever put lemon in your tea?
No, I don't put lemon in my tea.
Well, that's what you do with the lemonade.
And I don't put lemon in. No, it's completely different.
What do you think lemonade is?
Yeah, but putting a piece of lemon, I think, makes the tea, because regular tea without sugar is strong.
I know.
You put just lemon in there, and then you have strong and bitter. So not my gig. But if you put the lemonade in there, pre-made, because I've never made an Arnold Palmer from scratch, and I can only drink one.
Just to clarify,
I can't sit there and drink it.
Kurt Chase was born in the Northeast, so
but raised in Texas.
A little late.
Well, it was many, many years later before the Arnold Palmer was even
I
out.
know.
And we never we didn't drink tea growing up.
Boy, we did in the South, man. That's all we had growing up.
All my
That's
friends
all
did.
I remember. When we would have big family gatherings, it was sweet tea. If you didn't have sweet tea, you had water. Nobody wanted to drink water.
Well, I'd go to my friend's house, and out on the picnic bench or in the kitchen window, there was a gallon of sun tea.
That's the way to cook it right there.
They were making suntan. Like, what's the deal? Oh, you got to make it in the sun. I'm like, what? And they said, well, the sun heats the glass, heats the water, and it does it at such a great. And they had this thing down. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But the first time I drank one, they said, here, let me put some lemon and sugar in it. But I took a drink of the tea, and I went, whoa.
Yeah, and it's the branded tea, too. Louisiana is the best. Don't you think? What do you get? I don't like Lipton.
I don't make tea at home. I always have it when I go out, but I have unsweet tea.
Yeah.
Without lemon. And then in my water, what's the deal with everybody all of a sudden putting lemon in their water? I don't get it.
Well, lemon water is good for you. Cleans, flushes out your system.
That's a bunch of BS.
Well, let all the crap you drink to clean out your system. Why would you call that BS and not that? What is that you're drinking?
Lemon.
Look it up.
That's not to clean out my system.
Google.
I don't drink that. I don't drink that to clean out my system. Here. This is something brand new. Take a sip.
All right.
Tell me what you think.
Tastes just like tequila.
You're right.
No, that's good stuff right there. Is that what is that, your stuff?
Yeah, that's their new lemonade.
Well, I want that. I still ain't got the other one yet.
Yeah. So
I like that. That's really good.
Yeah, so they have fruit punch and grape, and so we're trying the lemonade, but that is an all natural. It has stevia in it, energy drink.
When am I going to get mine?
And it's a powder. It's not all that crap you buy in a can.
Still hadn't answered my question.
You need to talk to the boss. She orders
all
it.
Right, I'll go to the head. I'll go to somebody that really loves me.
She handles
That's Melinda.
It. She does. Ain't no stopping.
You got the boot.
Yeah, we do. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Give us a call. Your opinions always matter.
Good or bad.
Hey, this segment of the show goes to Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex. Here's what separates Freeman from every other Toyota dealership. And I say this because I've known Dane Miner for over 40 years, the GM. BJ Stankovic over 20 years, Jerry Patterson over 10 years. And you walk in and it's like, I know everybody in there just because they don't have turnover. They have a great staff, great people from sales to service. But here's what Dane Miner does different than anybody in town. He gives you a whole lot more and you pay nothing. You get a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract with every brand new and certain pre-owned, which is they're certified. And then after your 2 years of Toyota care is over, he gives you another oil change and tire rotation absolutely free. No upselling, no, you got to buy this to get that. You get more every time you shop at Freeman Toyota and you pay nothing. From sales to service. You know what's great when you walk into a dealership and they say, welcome. How can I be of assistance? I hate when I walk in a dealership and they go, can I help you find someone?
Hip you.
Yeah. Where's the ice cream, man?
Hip you.
Yeah, I don't get all that. At Freeman Toyota, it's the standard when it comes to selling you a new Toyota. They have the air conditioning and heated delivery area to make sure that you're nice and comfortable when you're learning about your vehicle upon delivery. Brandon, the finance director over there, I don't know that you can be happier. I only have one buddy, Raymond Sweet, that's happier than Brandon.
Okay.
Great place. From hello to congratulations, Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side where you get so much more and pay nothing with a free 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. Log on now for all their specials for the month of September. Can't believe I'm saying it's September already. FreemanToyota.com. That's FreemanToyota.com. Okay.
We'll let you know that we are on live every Saturday morning here on Talk Radio 1190 AM. And if you're listening to us on the radio, welcome, and share the word that we're here every Saturday morning on this radio station. But you can also find us on our live stream at the Automotive Edge Facebook page, LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, and YouTube under the Automotive Edge Radio Show. And you can make comments. We got people telling us hello. Good morning, Sherry Morrison. Thank you for that picture. I posted
that was really cool.
Very cool.
Way to go, Sherry.
Yeah, and Jim Wagner said good morning.
Hello, Jim.
And you can make a comment or ask questions, and we'll comment to that if it's something we can actually present to the radio. So thank you for that. We appreciate that. And join us every Saturday morning here from 8 to noon with our Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Okay, I got a question. Why has delivery without shopping? I guess I kind of get the Amazon deal.
You're talking about buying a vehicle now?
Hang on a second.
Okay, right,
I'm going to lead up to something, Bo. Okay, come on. You went from first base to third with your dates. I know how you are.
I know. I didn't want to wait.
That's right. I don't understand. One thing that I could never do, and I have friends that do it, how do you let a grocery store shop for you when it comes to fruits and vegetables and meats?
No way. Not doing it.
I don't get it.
When I
see these people pull up in their cars to this, you know what? There's a reason why there's obesity in the United States, and I'm not saying this is one that contributes. Get your butt out of your car and go inside and
walk the aisle. That might be your only exercise.
Oh my goodness. I'm sitting there, I don't get it. I see these people pulling up, and you see them loading in all the fruits and veggies and everything. I'm like, I don't want somebody picking and the meats. I mean, I like a little bit of fat on my meat, unlike you know who.
I like it wet.
I'm just sitting there going, why is society? And you know what I saw yesterday that drove me nuts? In a funny way.
What was that?
I pulled up and there was a couple sitting next to me with masks on. I just started laughing. And hopefully they don't have a condition where they have to wear those, but nobody did before. Before COVID, even if you had a situation, you didn't wear a mask.
Well, I did get corrected with, now I don't get in the vehicle, but I was corrected by Purple Haze, the nurse, the other day that we saw somebody wearing a mask inside one of the stores. And I just kind of shook my head. She said, now listen, maybe they're sick and don't want to get anybody else sick, not to keep them from getting sick. So, yeah, I had a little different perspective.
But in your car.
Or walking down the street, which I've seen even worse. Nobody around for miles.
150 degrees outside, and they got a mask. That heat is killing everything. Yeah. You don't need to wear a mask.
And you're just breathing carbon monoxide.
Yeah. So anyway, I see all this delivery. I always get the delivery pizza. I get it. I get the delivery from Amazon or FedEx or UPS. I get it. But when it comes to food, I don't get it. Now, here's my biggest thing. Why in the world do people order cars online? I don't get it. The part that and I'm going to say 90% don't get it. Now, the 10% that I do get are the people that are brand loyal. Bo only drives Acuras. Bo only drives Toyota. Bo only drives Volkswagen. His whole life, and he calls the dealer and says, hey, Joe Bag of Donuts, I want a new Volkswagen Jetta in this color. Here's my trade-in. Let's do business. And, when COVID went on, everybody was taking home delivery. Everything was working that way. I get it. But nowadays, I see people getting cars delivered to their homes, and they're not even driving them. I'm going, society is really becoming more and more secluded. We have new neighbors. I go over and talk to neighbors. They're like, they don't even want to talk to you.
No.
I'm telling you, keeping the distance, the scare that Fauci and all of his cronies and all them evil people at the Wuhan lab and everywhere else created is so sticking with society. You know what I enjoyed when all this was over? Traffic. Bumper to bumper traffic didn't bother me because it told me that Americans finally got out of the house. They're back on their feet. They're moving and grooving, doing their thing. I just don't get it. And I get a call at least 2-3 times a month going, I messed up. And these calls are all the same. I went online, I bought this vehicle, and I wish I hadn't of. Can you tell me how much it's worth? Am I going to take a bath on it? I'm going, I don't get it. I just don't.
Well, especially the price. I might get it a little bit with groceries. And even when you buy groceries, they'll tell you, well, we don't have it. They'll give you a substitute. I don't want no substitute. If I'm getting a Campbell's mushroom soup, I don't want some off brand. I want that. And so I don't know what they do with cars when
it's like walking in for a hamburger and they say we're out, but we got some plant-based stuff in the back.
Exactly.
That dog ain't hunting.
No, I don't get it either. But it's a quick fix nowadays. We're very impatient society. We want things right now. I don't want to wait. I want to be able to get it today, and we've created that. Society's created it. The companies have created it. And, that's where we're at.
You must have had Bo with you when you went to meet the new neighbors.
Thank you, Ronnie. I know where you live, buddy.
Ronnie Swan.
I know where you live.
Love you, brother. I just don't. It's amazing now. People aren't talking to people. It drives me nuts when church service is over, and the first thing people do is turn on their phone. You're not even marinating on the word of Jesus.
Well, sometimes they go off in the. Don't they sometimes go off in the service?
Well, I haven't heard one. That's really so taboo now, but I haven't heard one go off. But you can see them blinking.
Right.
And I'm going, look. You only take that hour of your day with Jesus. Let it marinate all the way to at least to your car. There's people that, everybody's trying to get out of the church and they got their head down on their phone, bumping into people and excuse me, and they won't get off their phone. And so being Kurt, I'm like, my gosh, I've never seen such a mad rush to a cell phone. And Melinda doesn't like me making comments like that or speaking loud, but I'm going, you know what? Put your phones down. It's okay when you're riding around by yourself to take that mask off because, if there's a flu in the air, it's not going to come through your ventilation system in your car and get you. I don't know, but I'm almost 1,000,000% sure it's not. And let's start communicating and talking.
Unless the car stinks, like maybe he let off one.
I see where
they don't want to smell it.
Well, I tell you, we got to go to break. We'll get this finished up. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We got off to a little bit of a late start this morning, but we're rocking now. So like and share the broadcast, if you will. Let everybody know we're here. And if you're tuned in, there's a little white arrow at the top left-hand corner of your page while you're watching. Just click that. You'll still see us. It'll be there.
For fixing this broken room.
Like it, and then to the right it says share. Hit that share button, and then it'll take you to where there's a little blue square. It says share. If you want to make a comment, you can. Like, hey, we love these guys, man. You need to watch. Something like that. Be cool. Then you hit the little blue square share, and then it'll be on your timeline so people that follow you can see that. And we're just here to try to help them. We're here to, we're not asking for money. We're not begging for money. We're not doing anything like that. Just sharing information that we hope will help anybody out there with any of their automotive needs, whether buying, selling, leasing, parts, service, body work, tires, wheels, anything out there that would be a benefit to that person. And that's what we're here for. We don't charge for that. And,
I had a buddy that was at a body shop, and his wife was in an accident. She got hit in the rear, and it knocked her car sideways.
Wow.
And they dismantled it, and they're putting it together. And I'm like, buddy, I'm telling you what, you've got rear axle damage. There's something wrong with that rear suspension. And the guy said, well, once we're finished with all the body work, we'll put it on a rack. And I went, really?
Wouldn't that be the first thing you'd take care of?
Well, they got it all put together, and they called him up and said, guess what? Your axle's cracked. This housing's messed up. And here's the thing. that would have been supplied to the insurance company up front to help determine a total loss or not.
Right.
And I'm going, my gosh, why do people do things the way they do? And so he goes,
because
what do I do?
They make money before. In other words, I think that they were wanting that money up front to did the work, because if it had been a total loss, they wouldn't have got anything.
Well, sure. And then they get
that's
that
just criminal.
They get that it's not a per diem. They get the or whatever it's called, where you can file for more money with the insurance company. And I'm going, and so I told him, I said, your car's worth half of what I appraised it for. And he goes, what? Well, yeah, buddy, even with the OEM parts and, you know, a really good job, that thing was hit hard. And it's going to say major structural damage on that Carfax. Nobody's going to want that vehicle. You're going to have to find somebody that, and the warranty for the work is lifetime transferable.
I wonder why he couldn't have gone back to the insurance company and tell them, look, these people ripped me off, and we need.
They're all in cahoots, it seems like. I'm not saying that they are, but I'm saying it's kind of weird that you would not put that vehicle on a rack
first.
Yeah,
first. That's the number one thing you want to look for in any kind of automobile.
And he goes, well, this is the way we do it. And I'm like, nah.
That's the way we do it.
So I called a couple of my buddies in the business. I said, hey, a car's been hit in the rear. It was knocked sideways about 20 feet. He said, well, you put it up on the rack and you start looking for frame damage, internal body damage. You want to look at that rear. I mean, everything that I told my buddy is exactly what everybody said. And so here he's getting a vehicle back that, the damage on it increased thousands of dollars. And I believe the vehicle should have been totaled.
Yeah. I mean,
they should have made the offer of, hey, we'll go ahead and pay you this for the vehicle, or we'll go ahead and repair it. But they had already stripped that thing down and started working on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, boy, they really put him in the pickle barrel on this whole deal. And the thing about it is, that's one thing that we talk about, parts and body shop. I don't want you to touch this thing and start working on it until I authorize it.
Right.
And they don't, because once you sign everything, you're not reading the fine print that once they sign it and the insurance company gives a green light, they're tearing that thing down.
Yep.
And so you're stuck like Chuck. And so he called a couple other places going, hey, I'm not real comfortable where my vehicle is. They're like, we're not going to touch it. They already broke it down and started the work. We can't put a warranty on it and guarantee it. So be really, really careful. Have you a body? I would tell you this. You should have a business card in your glove box of a body shop where you want that car to go, and then have an agreement with that body shop. You don't touch this car till I start the work, until I give you the green light. Obviously, they want to look it over, but
action. Action.
That's it. That's a new pronunciation, and I love it.
I do too.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment goes to the home of the Love It or Leave It Promise, Grapevine Ford, right there between Main Street and Texan Trail on Highway 114, just a little north of the airport. Stop in and see Cameron and Cameron. Both of them are the sales managers there. Chaz Gilmore, the managing partner, and I want to thank them. This is 10 years now with Grapevine Ford. We've had a long run with Grapevine Ford, and I want to thank Chaz and his entire staff. Between all of his dealerships, we had a huge month last month, and what was really cool was how many people that had bought a vehicle there from Grapevine Ford and donated money to my Adopt a Teacher program, which was absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Chaz, and your entire staff at Grapevine Ford, the true home of the Love It or Leave It Promise. And what that means is, when you get there, it doesn't mean you just leave the vehicle and walk away. I want to clarify that. It means you leave the one you didn't like and take home the one that you do like. Okay? And so I did get a call last week, and the guy goes, so if I buy something and I don't like it, I just take it back and leave it. No, you take it back and get the one that you do want.
It's an exchange.
Yeah.
And it's not like 6 months later either.
No.
Than a day or two.
Yeah. They want to make sure, and I have a lot of people that actually.
But even that's way past what most dealerships will do.
Yeah. Once you're over the curb, it's yours.
Yeah.
They want to see it the next time you're ready to trade.
Right.
At Grapevine Ford, they want to make sure that each time you're making that monthly payment, it's good. And there was a guy that bought a Raptor, and he told me he wished he hadn't bought the white one. And they had a dark one, and he went and swapped it. So it didn't matter. You're buying a $100,000 rig, they're going to swap it. They want you happy. Right next door, David Klett, general manager of Grapevine Lincoln, from the Corsair to the Nautilus, the Navigator. I'm telling you, they have really stepped it up on quality, durability, cost of ownership, and putting out an incredible luxury ride. So between both places, Grapevine Ford and Grapevine Lincoln, they're pre-owned, certified pre-owned. They're blue oval. They got you covered. And commercial needs, they got you covered there too. Log on now to grapevineford.com. That's grapevineford.com. And thank you for 10 great years, Chaz, you and your staff. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. One of the things that we're talking about, and you can follow us live on the Automotive Edge Facebook page, because we keep talking. We don't turn the mics off between breaks, is that if I were you, none of us want to be in a wreck. None of us want to get into an accident. But if you do, what are they going to do with your vehicle? What's going to happen with it? Well, a wrecker's going to show up, and they're going to take it to a local body shop, and then you're going to get a phone call going, here's where your vehicle is.
Now, can't you tell them where you want to take it?
You can, but the best thing to do is to find a local body shop and get their business card and put it in your glove box.
Right.
And they say they want us to take it anywhere. Yeah, the card's in the glove box.
Right.
And then you take it there, and always tell the body shop, don't start repairing until you talk to me, and you do it in an email and you do it in a text. Don't start any work until I say yay, and you've worked out all the details.
So keep the verbal communication out of it. Be more active with documentation, right?
100%. And so there's a lot of people that you don't understand that once the insurance company says yes, and they've sent over the amount supplements. That's what I meant to say earlier. We'll talk about that. They start breaking that car down. You signed everything. They picked up the vehicle. You know where it is. They start breaking down. My buddy walks in and goes, man, I've already started the work. Did you sign everything? Yeah, there's so much fine print in there, which most people are not going to read anyway. But when they have a supplement for thousands of dollars more, that vehicle could have been totaled. Could have been. Possibly. Might. And so you want to do your due diligence that you want that thing on a rack, and you want the frame checked out. You want the axle, suspension, all the sills.
The motor.
Everything checked out on that thing. So if there's a major supplement, you got to realize every time they turn in a supplement and it goes up thousands of dollars, it's destroying the value of your vehicle. It is. There are companies out there that take total loss and salvage titles. They rebuild those cars and sell them as is with those, salvage titles and everything. But why go through that? Why not do it right the first time and say, look, and when you have it all documented and you showed up and said, hang on a second, you received this and you acknowledged it. Why have you started the work? Why? And don't get caught. I'm telling you, you got to be very, very careful what you're allowing somebody to do to your vehicle prior to you getting with the insurance company going, well, hang on, the vehicle is only valued at $15,000 and the damage is $14,000. I'll take the money, keep the car.
Yeah.
And so you gotta fight for yourself. But when you sign everything, because here's the thing, you've been in a wreck, your baby's all messed up, you want your car back. And when I say your baby, I mean your car, not your baby, your car.
Your baby might be messed up too.
And so what you want to do is you want your car back. I'm ready to have my right. And so you sign everything, not realizing there might have been other avenues to go. And so that's what we want to help you with. When I went and looked at a car the other day, I took my grease pencil and found probably 15, 16 different things on that car they needed to fix. And so they called me and they put in the shop yesterday and they said, be ready next week. And so take your time, because, when you have body damage and things wrong, you want to make sure you go with the insurance company. Hey, I want OEM parts on my vehicle. I want this done. Make sure that the body shop has a lifetime warranty. Cover yourself if you've been in an accident.
And another good thing to have if you don't have a lot of money into the car is get gap insurance, because you'll be shocked if you don't have that, which you might end up seeing that what they're going to want to put into that car.
Yeah, if you're financing more than 80%, get your gap insurance. Protect yourself. You're paying cash, you don't need it. Putting half down, you don't need it. But if you have 80% to finance on the balance, get your gap insurance, because we all know insurance hates to pay out. They want them premiums or they'll cancel you. But when it comes to your money, they ain't no like you. Yeah.
Well, so, when it comes to coming out of their pocket more than what they want to.
Well, you got to make the shareholders happy. They got to be happy.
Well, they're happy with all the money they're making. I can tell you that.
Yeah. I was listening to those hearings in Congress. 214-787-1190 is the number. Your thoughts on any of our topics, we'd love to hear from you. You can text us or you can call us, 214-787-1190. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we got a special guest calling in at the studio, Larry. He'll be on coming up in the next segment, and we're going to cover a whole lot more car stuff. And then I've got a new segment we're going to put on today.
Ooh, drum roll, please. All right.
Yeah. We're going to see if you laugh or not.
Well, I laughed at just you saying that.
That's right. 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Seems like we're going early.
What?
Let's see. Wow. What's up with that? Both of mine say that.
Larry, what time do you have back in studio? Larry?
Don't you know that?
We can't hear you with the music in the air. Sorry.
This train keep on riding on through.
Yeah, I don't know. Larry, what time do you have in the
Can
studio?
you hear me?
Yeah, now we do.
I thought you guys heard me talking.
No, we can't hear you over the music.
We went to break at 9:28.
Okay.
We were 2 minutes early.
Okay. Kurt's over here. His phone's messed up, I guess, because I thought so too. I have 929 right now. What do you have?
9:29.
Yeah.
All
Kurt,
right.
you got a terrible phone over there. Get a new phone.
All right. Mine's
We'll wait for you to tell us the 1 minute again, okay?
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you, Larry.
We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left for this commercial break.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I thought it was a little odd we were going early. I don't know why yours is a lot different.
I just reset it.
Still wrong.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Turn it off and turn it back on.
That ain't going to change anything,
Yeah, it will.
you knucklehead.
It'll reboot your phone when you do that.
We ain't going to change the time. The time is what you set inside.
No, it isn't.
100%.
No, it's not. The time
Yeah.
picks it up off your provider,
That's not
which
true.
the provider gets it off where.
That's not true.
Yes, it
I will
does.
show you.
No. Good morning, Charlie Davis. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that.
See, you have to set it.
No.
Then you hit the time.
No.
and then you go down and hit the time.
No.
Correct.
No. You
It'll
don't.
change it in daylight in your travels, but it will not change it.
No, you are absolutely wrong.
If I set this thing right now at 9:45 and I turn it off and turn it back on, it's still going to be 9:45.
Well, because you set it there. You don't need to set it. Let it do its own thing. Here we go again with the technical.
Yeah, no idea.
The technical guru, Kurt Chase. You don't set your time.
Sure,
It sets it automatically. If I turn my phone off and turn it back on, it's going to be the exact time that's on my phone, and it matches Larry in studio.
Well, it's going to match whoever. But if you go in there and you set your time and
but
you
that's
turn
your
it on
problem.
and off,
You don't do that. Let the phone do your time setting. Not you set it. That's why you have a bubble off a plum all the time.
no, I always set it at least 2 to 3 minutes ahead for a reason.
Well, that's your problem. But
No, because I'm never late.
Larry, you're a technical kind of guy.
But now I did
It
change
simply
it.
goes by the service provider. They update it for
Thank
you.
you, Larry.
Yeah, but now
I
I
appreciate
changed it to be on time with Larry. When we get off air, I'm moving it up
But
3
that's
minutes.
because you're changing it internally yourself.
I know. I'm not
You-
disagreeing with that,
Oh.
meathead. Golly.
Well,
Boy, you're like my little brother. No matter what you say, even when you say you're right, you keep thinking you're right.
well, we are right. You don't have to set it, but you go right ahead so you can be ahead of everybody.
Turn him off.
I know you like to be
Just
ahead.
turn him off.
I know you like to be ahead of everybody.
214-787-1190 the number. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show coming up in 2 months. How many years on air?
21.
21 years. Thanks to Brian McFarland, a good buddy of mine when I was with Salem Radio. He said, you need a radio show. I said, I don't do radio.
Yeah.
And here we are
21 years later. And I'm going on 7.
You
Not
need a
bad.
podcast too.
We're working on that.
Yep. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to Grapevine Dodge, the all-new, totally redesigned, ready to help you, Grapevine Dodge. When you take a look at, just go to their website, 20% off MSRP, 25% off MSRP, which these cars don't even have that. They've got percentage markup, single. So they get with the manufacturer and say, hey, we need to move some iron. And they give them these massive incentives, and it's all a benefit to you. Go to grapevinedodge.com. That's Grapevine Dodge. And when you see what they're doing on the Laramies and the Jeeps, and I don't know why you'd want to wait any longer. It will not get better come December. With the incentives that they're giving away now, and they start blowing out all this inventory, and they're running mean and lean come December, you're going to think back and go, I could have had a V8.
Mm-hmm.
Move now. I've never seen the incentives this low, this high, and the price is so low as they're doing at Grapevine Dodge. So if it's a Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, go no further than William D. Tate in 121. Go in and meet Dylan, the new general sales manager there, and let him help you out. 214-787-1190. Larry, if you could check the phone lines, we have a general manager calling in, and he's saying there's no answer
He's
there.
not called yet.
I just got his message. So let me.
Yeah, it hasn't rung. Can you have him call back?
Yeah, let me do this again.
Yeah, Charlie. I'll try not to argue with Kurt, but you know how it goes. You've known him a lot longer than I have. Sorry, we're cracking you up, but it's true.
What are you doing? What did Charlie say?
Charlie says I shouldn't argue with you.
That's right, Charlie.
He does it for a reason. Yeah. He's the only one that knows the reason, though.
Hey, Charlie, we got in our new hats. We are sporting them with the new logos on it. So we have white, black, and gray. Tell me what you like and send me your address. Just you got my cell number. Text me your address and the color hat you want. We'll get that out there to you. My buddy from Charlie and I have been friends since, I don't know where you went to elementary, Charlie, but I know Charlie and I have been friends since junior high. We both went to Marabou Bonaparte Lamar.
Marabou.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie's
Bo is like that ex-wife that 20 years later she's still bringing up the reasons why you're not married.
Charlie's at Marabou or Marabou.
Oh boy, you always want somebody to side with
Tomato.
you. Just stand on your own island and be strong.
I am.
You don't have to
there.
keep trying to invite people in to appease your brain.
No,
you do enough of that on your own.
I just know what's right and what's wrong. I was raised right.
Oh, that's because you still think you're Cajun.
I got a little bit of that in me, baby.
You're zero.
Do I need to get my phone ready to go?
Yeah. 214-787-1190.
I got to get out of this high chair.
We got them online now.
Oh, okay.
There
good.
we go. Joining us on the Automotive Edge hotline, the man, the myth, the Kia legend, Alan Glover, General Manager, Classic Kia Carrollton. What's happening, brother?
Not much, gentlemen. How are you this morning?
We're doing good. We're doing good. It's
Alan.
a beautiful day to be out
Hey,
at.
Bo, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. What's been happening out there at the football era out there in your neck of the woods?
Man, we're not starting off too good. We've lost our first 2 games.
No.
We're both out of district, but yeah. Well, the team we lost to yesterday was the only team we lost to last year, and but then their first game they played was against Anna and lost. So not the start we were looking for, but we'll rally.
Yeah, you will. You'll get going. Well, thanks for joining us this morning.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about
I'm sorry?
Classic Kia Carrollton. A lot of people, I have a file of people waiting to December, and the time that you've been there at Kia, we have not seen the APRs and the incentives that are coming in right now. And I can't, Alan, figure out a reason why anybody would want to wait to buy a new Kia with what you have going on at your dealership right now.
Yeah, we've got some really the programs they just came out with for this month are the strongest I've seen since I've been here, and we've gotten some good APRs. They're buying on those down. We're hoping that the Fed's going to lower the rates this month. They're supposed to, but Kia's not going to wait. They're going to just take it on their own, and we put some really good stuff out there.
And one of your products that I think that Kia really stepped out on, that if it didn't have badging on it, you would not know what it is. And that's the new 2025 Kia Sorento. That thing is not only good looking, but boy, that platform team, they knocked it out of the park with that product.
Yeah, Sorento looks good. And then 26 Sportage took a little bit of a facelift too. So both those cars are just great looking cars. And, you can get right now, either one of them is 0% for up to 48 months. So this is the first time I've seen them put 0% on anything. And that's on 25 Sorrentos and Sportages.
Yeah. And they got $1,000 retail bonus cash on those. I mean, there's something on your lot for everybody. And the listeners need to know you have the EV6 and the EV9. If they're looking to do something electrified, they need to move pretty quick.
Yep, the government will be ending the tax credits at the end of this month. So, that's big money, $7,500. So if you any thought of wanting to get an EV, now's the time to do it. I took an EV9 home a couple of days ago, and, my son Jack, he loves cars. And I got to tell you, that's a cool car. That thing has got all kinds of technology. It's super fast, and it's a fun car. I'm actually driving one right now. So, our lineup in the EV sector is awesome. We got some really good stuff, and it's good looking stuff too. It's not your typical boring EVs that I think are a lot of cars.
You have the longest warranty in the business. You got a great sales staff, great ownership, great management. It's a great time, even if you're not ready to come out, experience and shop and see what the Kia is all about.
Yeah, we got a great lineup right now. We just got a bunch of extra cars in. Kia stepped up and wrote a big check to the government to offset for the tariffs. So they're not passing that on to the consumer, which a lot of other manufacturers are.
Wait a minute.
So
you got to say that again.
A lot of great stuff happening.
Repeat that again.
I said so.
What they did.
Kia stroked a check for about $200 million to the government to cover their tariffs expense. And so they wouldn't pass that on to the consumer.
Nice.
So our car pricing stayed the same. It's not affected by the tariffs. Kia just went ahead and ate it themselves, so they wouldn't have to, raise the prices for the consumers, which that's not the case with a lot of the other manufacturers. So Kia's in this for the long haul. They're making great products right now. They've got great incentives, and I tell you, I haven't been this excited in a long time. It's a really fun product. So if you haven't looked at a Kia, you need to, because they have come a long ways.
And one other thing is you're online looking at all the used car pricing and at the auction and everything. I want to clear the myth back. Used car trade-in values are not down. They're actually up.
Yeah, there is. Whatever that myth got started is not a good myth, because they've actually they went up in value. We're at a point now to where we're not even trying to really buy anything through the auctions. I took 15 loaners out at the end of the month to put in my inventory, so we'd have a better availability on our CPO lineup, which is certified pre-owned. And we're a big CPO dealer. We sold 32 CPOs last month, and so our goal is to be about 40. And so it's hard to find those cars, so we're just rotating them through our loaner service right now. But yeah, cars are at an all-time high, which means your trade-in values are also at an all-time high, because we need inventory. So we will not miss a trade. I can assure you that.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling the consumers when they call me all the time, going, "Hey, could you get me a car at auction?" I'm like, "Why? You don't need
it's cheaper than dealer."
Yeah, and then you got to, once you get it at auction, what a lot of the consumers don't know is you've got to recondition that car and make sure that you're able to put Classic Kia on the back of it when you buy it. And I remember when I was buying there, we paid, I think, like $185, let's just say $200 in insurance. So if I didn't want it, it went back. So it is so costly to do business with the auction versus you bringing it in and getting all the money, which reduces your taxes and your payment.
Sure it does. In these auction cars now, not only do you have to bring the car in and do, reconditioning on the car, but the buy fees to buy those cars can range between $500 and $800. So right there is a cost that just got added to the car just for purchasing it. So I'd much rather take that $500 to $800 and put more into a customer's car, knowing what I'm getting and getting a new customer for life. So like I said, we're not going to miss a trade. There's too much expense from the auction right now, and I'd much rather just have the customers bring the cars in. Better way to do business.
Go see Alan personally. Alan Glover, General Manager, Classic Kia, right there, 121 and 35. Stop in, let him know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show. At least start the process. Get your car appraised. Have fun taking test drive and look at it. One of the best cars they come out market-wise. You have your K4, which is about $8,000 less than what the average used car is selling for right now, and you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty with it.
Yep, we are actually selling more of the K4 new cars now versus a lot of the pre-owns because of the pricing of that car, and it's a great car. So, yeah, if you haven't looked at one, you need to come out. The K4, the Sportage, Sorrento, all of it. It's just a great product and with a great look. So, if you're in the market, at least give it a shot before you make your decision.
ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Our buddy Alan Glover, his staff, is ready to help you with your shopping needs, your buying needs, your service, and everything in between. Alan, have a big Saturday.
Alan, I got a question for you. Is it 121 and 35 or Frankfurt and 121? I mean, Frankfurt and 35.
Well, Frankfurt is right beside us, but, 121 is about a mile north. So if you're coming in from anywhere, normally you're going to either come in on 121 or after 35. But yeah, we're right there. But Frankfurt is is right beside the dealership, and 121 is just about a mile north of us. So you get in that area and you're going to see us. We got
okay.
Flag,
yeah, and you can also, since Bo wants to be a butthead, you can actually take the MacArthur exit, follow the service road, and it'll loop you right around and put you in the back parking lot of the dealership.
Yeah, we have this trouble every time. But...
Yeah. So, yeah, enjoy Bo. This is last show.
If all else fails, just put it in your nav and it'll bring you right to the
lot. Well, nowadays, that's the easiest way to do it, right?
Yeah, that's the way I do. I use nav every day. That way I avoid the traffic. So I always bring a different route.
That's right. Awesome. Alan Glover, General Manager, Classic Kia Carrollton. Log on now, ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Click on the specials. There's so many you don't want to wait till December. Alan, we'll see you soon, brother. Thanks for taking time to call us.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day, and thank you very much.
You too, buddy.
You bet. Alan Glover, General Manager. I'm telling you, what you hear is what you get when you get to the store. He's going to come out, introduce himself. He's tangible, and meet him, and then let him help you with your Kia needs.
Well, that number 9, the EV9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. I drove that vehicle, and that was the best vehicle I may have ever been in.
214-787-1190.
Fun driving it.
Quick break. Don't go away.
All right, guys. Appreciate you.
We'll be right back.
Thanks, everybody, for being a part of the broadcast today.
Hey, Bo, while you're full of so much you-know-what and vinegar, let's go back to what my cousin just said. Would you mind reading that? No. We always like to read the messages that the listeners have. What does it say?
I don't see it.
Yeah. Go back and read it. What did she say?
I can't see it.
Yeah, let's just go back.
Let's go back to Candace. Kurt, cool shirt, my friend. Yeah.
Thank you, Candace.
He had to go all the way to Arlington Stadium to get that tie-dye shirt. He didn't go to a game. He just went to the stadium.
No, I went to the game. We got spanked in their sports shop.
Oh, yeah.
Will goes, that one looks good. And I'll put it on. I went, okay. I got the register. She rang it up. I said, no, ma'am, I just want one.
I know, it's pretty incredible.
She goes, sir, that is one. No, come on. I want one.
Well, did you negotiate like you say you always do?
Yep. And she said, download this app real quick and gave me 10%.
Really? Well,
right on the spot.
That helped.
It didn't help none.
No, when it's $1,000,
I took my grandson to the Ravens preseason game because he wanted to go to Cowboy Stadium. So we went. And so we're looking at jerseys. We had to go down into the shopping area just for kids.
Right.
And I said, which one do you want? He's looking at the Micah Parsons jersey. I'm like, I don't think he's jokingly. I said, I don't think he's going to be here next year. He goes, why, Poppy? I said, I just don't think so. So he bought a CD Lamb jersey.
That was a good move.
And so we brought up the register. I was like,
I know. Yeah.
$160 for a kid's jersey.
Yeah.
Jerry.
And
Jerry, that $12 jersey.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Well, that's why, that's why they're the number one franchise in the world, is because that's the kind of money they make. And I wish he had a little bit more interest in winning than he does just making money.
Okay, let's go back. I just found it. Dorothy Noon, my sweet, loving cousin up in New York. She says what?
I can't see it.
It says cuz.
I can't. Not because you're.
It says cuz, C-U-Z, cuz you're perfect. Heart, Bo, be nice to my cousin.
See, I can't find that.
Yeah, I'm looking right at your
I don't
phone.
see it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect. Man, have you been feeding her?
And good morning, I keep saying Candace Cajun, but it's Candace Cardwell.
Right. Cajun Cardwell.
Yep. Yeah. He stole one of the beauties from the world.
That's what they do.
If you're looking for a golf cart, I'm going to tell you what.
They have them.
Hey, text me over the name of your company, Candace.
Boy, these golf carts nowadays, they're like crazy. Mag wheels. And
yeah. I love this stuff. There's nothing better than disco music. Nothing better.
Charlie Davis said he went to John Harley
Haley.
Oh, it's Haley?
John Haley.
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't see that. All right.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs. This segment of the show goes to Burleson Nissan. Our buddy Justin Crane right there at 35 and Renfro Road. He's got five vehicles now under $30,000. He's got 3 vehicles under $25,000. He's got a couple of vehicles under $23,000. Why buy pre-owned when you can buy a brand new Nissan? From Justin Crane at Burleson Nissan, managing partner, general manager. We sent family out there, and they love their pre-owned vehicle they bought from Justin Crane. And what they said was, way before they loved the vehicle, how great the sales staff was. My son's mother-in-law, Jackie, sent me a message. She goes, this guy was the bomb. She could not compliment him enough. Oh, by the way, we like our car. That's the way car buying should be. And you get it each and every time at Burleson Nissan, 35 in Renfro Road. Stop out there and ask for Justin Crane. And they've got the new Nissan Armada, another phenomenal land yacht with V6 turbo. They took away the V8s, which a lot of them have. And now they're running turbos, which is still all the power you need, does everything you need. And it's incredible there. top of the line off-road Nissan Armada. I don't know that I'd take it off-road. I'm sure there are people that will. It's just cool. So take the time. It's about 15 minutes south of 20 there in Burleson. Drive down there and say hello to Justin and experience the way owning a Nissan should be. That's burlesonnissan.com. Okay. I was, we were talking earlier. How much? Well, you've already looked at the notes.
I didn't see nothing. I promise. I didn't cheat, teacher.
Yeah, you did. Now you're going to answer it right and go, oh, I just knew it.
I didn't see anything. I promise.
In less than a month, the $7,500 U.S. tax credit comes to a screeching halt. Thank you, Jesus. I am so glad we're not wasting that money on the new Green Deal.
Jesus had anything to do with that $7,500.
He's answering our prayers. Reeling in the dollars. This is right now. Everybody's on a bull rush to buy the pre-owned or buy the electric because of the tax credit. And then on some of the pre-owned, based on the miles in the year, you can pick up half of it, $3,750.
How is those sales doing on pre-owned EVs?
They're doing okay because we're selling them so cheap.
I got you.
And people are having to buy them because you could lease a pre-owned, but it's not a good thing to do. But when the rental companies bailed on all of their EVs or a lot of their EVs, they were selling them cheap, Tweety Bird prices. And so X amount of people jumped on the bandwagon. But right now they are on fire selling EVs, and people going, see, there's the reason we need EVs. Look at the sale. I'm like, time out, you bunch of knuckleheads. It's because they're getting rid of the 7,500. Sales have never been this high. They have been steady, nowhere near forecast. But now they're here. Let me just back up. I can name 5 vehicles right now that were sitting on my car lots that nobody was buying, or we were selling very few of, and they announced they were gone. Everybody was buying them.
Come screeching in.
First was the PT Cruiser, 330-something day supply. We're getting rid of it. We're selling it.
Boom.
When they Pontiac announced that there'd be no more Pontiac, you couldn't find a Pontiac. When the S2000 was being discontinued, you couldn't find one. I mean, I can go down the list and just tell you all these different cars that, look at Camaro. Camaro sales were just stagnant. We're getting rid of the Camaro. Boom, gone. So the reason that the EVs are doing so well is because now people go, hang on a second, I'm fixing to be out $7,500.
Yes.
I'm a buyer now.
It's a 2-minute warning.
And 70% of them are leased anyway. They're not purchased, they're leased, which either way, fine.
Right.
We need to keep the auto industry viable, but we don't need to do it with the 7,500. Look, if you want to buy it, go buy the stinking thing. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter whether it's a car or whatever. We don't need government assistance for cars. I mean, come on, folks. It is the dumbest thing one of the dumb things that a lot of these people in Congress are doing. Just dumb. When you're broke and you don't have any money, how are you giving money? Oh, just turn on the printer. Just print it. Just call the Treasury Department out here in Haslett and tell them, hey, just go ahead and print another $1 billion. What the heck, and get it out into circulation. Give me a break. I'm glad it's going away. The thing is that the manufacturers are going to have to get very, very, very creative.
And they will.
They
will.
Because they buy millions and billions of dollars in parts to assemble them, and they're already several years out on all these orders because the suppliers have to keep building them. They can't say, okay, we're getting low. Okay, turn on the factory.
Mm-hmm.
They're consistently building these parts and supplying them to the manufacturer to assemble these cars. And when you look at 130 suppliers on average per car, that's a lot of people with their hands in the cookie jar and a lot of people at work and a lot of people building parts, which I'm all for. But the government needs to shut their mouths, go to work, lower their head, and clean the books and get rid of all of this waste and fraud and mismanagement of money. And then if there's people out there that need assistance, we have a department that they file for. They have a department that we need, just like they're doing with Section 8 housing or food stamps or whatever. And I'm sure there's corruption and all that too, but not to the degree where right now, since 2005 to 2024, not including 2025, they've given out over $7.5 billion to drive an EV. Think about that. $7.5 billion
of our money.
So people that are not sharing their cars with us are driving.
Maybe we should find out and go knock on the door and say, hey, can I get, borrow your keys?
Well, they say that, 90% of these people have income well over 6 digits.
I brought that up earlier.
Yep. And I'm going, how does it get this way? Well, you have your good old boys that stand around and, put things together. What do they call them? The lobbyists,
the big cigar smokers.
Those old lobbyists, man. I'm going to tell you what, they're making all the coin and doing all the things at the cost to the American people.
So why is the government so interested in taking care of that kind of stuff? Because like the cafe, they have the 7,500 and then the cafe. Why they put so much regulations and not on other things? Why is it also always just hammered?
It's a smokescreen. It's to keep the American people in smoke. If you have fog, you have to slow down and kind of navigate your way through it till you see daylight. That's the way the federal government's working.
All right.
They create so many things for the American people to focus on while they're doing all their backdoor deals and everything on the side. I'm telling you, just look at the next bill. If the American people, you would get off your cell phones and quit seeing how many people follow you, all the rest of this crap that people are doing, and read a bill and look at all the pork spending that is packed into these bills. When you see these,
that should be unlawful in itself.
Yeah.
We should just have, we're looking at a law, like a rule in football or something. We're only looking at that. Let's just don't add a whole bunch of crap to it just to get you approval.
So you can get around the original rule.
Right. That's
214-78. Did you say go to break?
Probably so.
214-787. The boss says go to break. We're going to break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
So that last break there is the reason why you guys need a podcast, because I got caught up in it. Sorry.
We're working on it, Larry.
I really got caught up and I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Yeah, we've been working on that. I don't know when that actually might happen, but I think it's still in the minds and the hearts of Kurt Chase.
Well, no, some of the podcasts have already gone up.
Oh, okay.
And then we're changing things because I didn't really care for the.
See, I think you're too. You need to not be so worried about the look so much as the content. I know you get real concerned about how it looks or whatever, but the content's what's important.
I want the best of both.
Well, we can get there. Let's don't hold back until it's just like why you have preseason.
No. I am scheduled at 4 places next week.
Well, good. Well, there you go.
I got new camera equipment. I got what I need to just have some really cool one-on-ones.
Good for you.
And get this up, and then I'm going to redo the studio. So when Bo and I are doing the podcast, where it's more of a, I just don't like the setup. If I don't like the setup, how good is my mojo and energy and?
Well, I bring it.
And Kavorka going to be?
I'll bring it.
You'll bring the Kavorka?
I'll bring it. I was born with that.
I mean, I love my sign behind us.
Yes.
They did a great job.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks great. I don't know, especially when we realize that we can't wear black.
Oh, that was too funny.
We look like bobbleheads. But now that we realize that, we got to wear a little color instead of just black on black, black hat, black shirts.
I forgot who it was. Like, dude, y'all can't wear black shirts. And I didn't even think about it. I looked out, I was like, man, all it was our head.
Bobbleheads. But we're working on it. But as long as we figure it out, that's the whole thing. But the constant content can still get out there, and we're trying to put it on TikTok and YouTube as well as the podcast. So let's just get it out there. It'll grow. Let it grow.
Yeah, we put the first one out there, and it had 7,700 hits and views. And so I looked at a couple of them, didn't like them, and we took them down. But we're gonna redo a few things. I mean, I know Bo's in high demand. I don't know that I can afford him every week doing it.
Well, if you keep feeding me some good groceries, I'm all good.
Well, I got to tell you what. I need to make that tetrazzini again. Now, I know you say you don't like turkey, but
that was great, though.
This turkey tetrazzini that I made, everybody went nuts over. Last weekend, I cooked a turkey, and I deboned it and cleaned it all out, and I made
Was it that turkey I saw in the freezer?
Uh-huh.
That's a good-looking turkey.
And I took fresh mushrooms and cream and a couple of different kinds of cheeses and some fideo, which is a very small spaghetti. No, Belinda had to get the thin spaghetti. We didn't have fideo. And 2 different kinds of cheeses, and I put all that together.
Home run.
Oh.
Well, I did bring the dish back.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
I'm telling you what, my son
tore it up.
And my daughter-in-law and the grandkids come over and said, you want something to go? He's like, yeah. And then Courtney's mom goes, Kurt makes the best tetrazzini. And then Melinda took it to work. They went nuts over it. She brought the rest of it to work.
But none for the Boski, right?
None for the Kurtzky. What do you mean, Boski? I got 1 serving.
Oh, well.
It was gone.
Well, I guess you need to buy another 2 turkeys when you're cooking it. double the stuff.
I was blown away. I mean, that stuff, I had 3 big pans of it, and there is nothing in there.
Well, those meatballs were through the roof, and
those are homemade meatballs.
Graham Knox Mirabeau Carver just, dude, he tore it up.
That kid makes me want to go back in the kitchen when I talk to him.
Well, he's one of those guys.
When you hear that, Mr. Chase.
Yeah, he was loving him some meatballs, brother.
Man, when you break away from that college food and someone throws some good grub on you.
Man, I'm surprised he didn't ask if he could move in this extra room.
We'll take him.
I don't think you're going to want him when he starts eating those groceries like he can do.
Oh, I miss it. I'd love to have him.
There you go. We're on the move.
We got it. 214-787-1190 is the number. We want to thank everybody. Be sure to like and share. And everybody's going to need help with their automotive needs. I promise you. And if you like and share and let them know that all they have to do is go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt. We're going to help them with their automotive needs. This week was busy. I mean, I went to Ennis. I went to Waxahachie. I went to Burleson. I went to Weatherford. I'm telling you, I was everywhere. McKinney, Frisco, looking at cars and going through cars, and found some really nice ones, found some that should have never been put up on the lot to be sold. And I called one of the managers. I'm like, buddy, you're trying to sell this car? And he goes, yeah. No. Look, this thing's filthy. There's no way. This tells me when I see this car this dirty on a pre-owned lot that you're reconditioning, I'd be concerned about.
Yeah, it's not even.
If you got this thing jammed up, jelly tied back in the mechanical part, and you send it out here this filthy, I am out. And he goes, well, it just needs a good bath. No, sir. No. So I'm very anal. When you look for a used car,
probably needs a good oil change too.
Yeah, you never know. I always tell people the used cars that I put my blessings on are the ones that my kids would drive.
Right.
Now, there are some cars out there that people say, well, I don't have that budget. This is all I have. And we'll find a car with the minimal amount of money you're going to have to put into it. A little different story, because I get a lot of people, well, I only have this much. I only have that. Okay, that's fine. I get it. But this car is going to need this, and this. But when I'm on a dealership lot and I open up a used car and that thing's filthy, I was at one place over North Richland Hills, had a cracked windshield. The inside was dirty, and they have it up there with their name on it. Now you go, well, we just get them up as quick as we can, then start sending them back to detail. I'm like, somebody needs to be fired because it was. I'm not wired for that. So bottom line is, if you're looking for a pre-owned automobile, I'm going to put my hands on the car, or if I know the dealer, I'm going to look at what it took to get their name on the back of it, and it's going to tell me so much about the vehicle and then help you with your automotive needs. So go to theautomotiveedge.com, put your information in, and we will help you with your automotive needs. And I want to thank everybody that joining us today. My beautiful cousin from New York, Charlie Davis, my brother from another mother, Candace, who used to work with me, Candace Carwell Black. What does that mean?
I don't know. But I also want to say,
what does that mean, Candace?
You asked her the name of her car business, her golf cart business.
Black.
What's it say?
Black. That's all it says. Black.
Oh, something's missing, I think. But if you're tuned in on the radio and you have friends or neighbors that live, I won't say neighbors, but friends or family that are away from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and they don't do social media, but you want to get them to share the information to them, tell them they can download the iHeartMedia app. It's a free app, iHeartMedia app, and then they can go and search 1190 Dallas KFXR, but 1190 Dallas usually works. And then the icon will pop up that says 1190 AM. They click on that. Every Saturday morning, they can hear our radio show from anywhere by going to the iHeartMedia app. So if they don't do social media or any of that kind of stuff, they can tune in, hear the actual radio feed by downloading the app. Then if they don't do the social media sites, they can go to YouTube as well. And most anybody can go there. They don't have to be, sign up or do any of that. They just go to YouTube, search the Automotive Edge radio show, and you can find us with our live stream there. And these are archived shows. So if they didn't hear us live, they can go to those spots and tune in, even on Facebook, and go 3 or 4 days later, next week, and find the show and listen to it. So there's a lot of ways to get in touch with us when we're not live, but we like when you tune in live because we like to active feedback. But there's also other ways that they can get information by doing those things.
Have a great Purple Day dynamic duo, Big Wheel Bo Carver and my best friend Kurt Chase.
Oh, double Kurt. Wow, man.
Buddy, you're like the janitor.
That's hurting my feelings, Gary.
You're the purple janitor.
Mr. Coker. I must have called him Mr. Coker.
That's right. Love you, Gary. 214-787-1190. So I would just tell you, General Motors, which hasn't reported monthly results in August, said it was their best month ever with EV sales. They sold more than 21,000 EVs. Ford Motor Company said the Mach-E sales during the month surged 35% to 7,200. American Hyundai America Ioniq 5 deliveries vaulted 61%, and the Ioniq 6 jumped 30%, and they're on the move. So for all of you people that are sending me these aha moments, we told you electrification was going to take over. We told you these. Hang on. Let's wait till October. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. I don't want to see anybody fail. I don't want to see anybody lose. I don't. There's always going to be winners and losers. But here's the thing. Don't have the government subsidize what you want to drive. Let the manufacturers do it. They're going to have to be creative because once this goes away, they're not going to quit building them. And it's going to go back to the way it should have been from day one. And then the $7.5 billion could have done so much better. Could have been so much better. So that's my point. For all of you people that continue to send the nasty email. And here's the thing. I don't mind a nasty email.
I love them.
I don't like filthy emails. And there was one guy, if I could have pulled him through the computer, I'd have had a bar of soap waiting him. I'd have grabbed him by the back of his head and shoved that bar of soap in his mouth. You don't have to send that kind of stuff. We can agree to disagree, but you don't have to be filthy in your emails when you send them, especially the Lord's name in vain.
Little hater raid
I'm
in
like,
there.
good gosh, why did you get so upset by my opinion? The fact is, though, that we've wasted $7.5 billion. And they said, well, they got these cars to market. That's up to the man. Okay, let me ask you a question. How does Ford get their F-150 to market every year as the best-selling truck in the world?
Well, let me ask you this. Why would they not do it for all the vehicles? Why did you just do it with the EV vehicle? Why didn't you say, if we're going to give, all this kind of money away, we're going to do it across the board? If you want to buy a Mustang, a GT 5.0 muscle vehicle, that take that $7,500 and do it. Why didn't they do that?
Real simple. There was only one answer: pollution. We're killing the ozone with these gas cars.
Yeah, go see what happens.
Realize that the 7,500 boat was part of the new Green Deal.
Well, yeah, but that didn't make it right.
No, it didn't. 100%. I agree.
And so you have to understand that you can't just take a layer of information and just live that all the way to the bank, because what it takes to build a battery for these things is way more anti-productive on the climate than a gas vehicle.
Yep.
But they don't want to see that.
Yep.
It's all smoke and mirrors now. I'm not running down EV vehicles. Listen, I drove that EV9 by Kia, and I'm telling you one thing. If you want a vehicle to drive that's bad to the bone, that's it. But it doesn't meet my lifestyle. And I know it doesn't meet yours either, Kurt. So if it meets yours, go for it. But there's no reason why the government, our money, should pay for that for you.
That's right.
Period.
100%.
That's the problem that we're talking about. We're not running down EV vehicles. We're running down what the government did to force that down people's throats.
100%.
Period.
I think they turned a molehill into a mountain of BS.
Absolutely.
BS. And the thing about it is, here's the thing, America. We have a cycle coming up next year, and what you need to do is look at their voting record. Look how much pork spending they sent in, packed into these bills. Your representative, and stood behind the $7,500 tax credit and vote them out. Get rid of them. And the next cycle comes, and if the next one jump in there and join the Boys and Girls Club of America and hose the American people, vote their butts out.
Yep.
Vote them out. We have the say-so. If you think about it, when you're looking at how many people are in the United States, hundreds of millions of people here, we have the power to say enough's enough. Get out. We're not going to see term limits. I mean, Congress isn't going to vote themselves out, but we, the American people, can vote their butts out and get them out. When I talk to them, it's amazing. When I send questions and emails into the senators and the different Congress people, I always get back a, what do you call that? A triggered letter. It's already, hey, thank you for the question. It's just such BS. I know you have a staff there that knows the answer, because half of you aren't smart enough to answer these questions. Your staff prepares you, and they're really the intelligent ones that should be taking your place, or just sitting in Congress answering a question. Because if you notice, they're always handing them notes and leaning up and whispering in their ears, or the other ones are just so full of it that respond to the American people. If not, get out. I thought to vote them out. Let's keep the ones in that are working hard and doing the right things. And I can tell you a bunch of them, because I look how they vote, and I've read through some of these bills, and I see where they say, no, this just isn't working. And I get it that when they put these bills together, they want it to work for North Carolina and South Carolina and Texas and Oklahoma. They want their piece of the pie to be working with. Okay, well, I'll sign it, but we need this in Texas. As long as it's viable and reasonable and makes sense, I get it. But the pork spending that's going in, oh my goodness, boys and girls, that needs to change. So I'm so glad the $7,500 is going away, but we need more. And we hold them accountable. Okay, we're going to have you start cutting your staff.
For commercial break.
You got to go to work, and you really got to take care of the American people, because what we're going to hand to our kids right now is negative. Not even zero, negative. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Tears for Fears. I don't know why. I can't figure out why that I can't get this good music sound to the live feed on our. It just doesn't work. Yeah, they're not gonna hear it. It's good.
Welcome to your
Will Sakala says, "Good morning, guys." Guy says, "Good morning, Guy." Is that
By
to
you.
me or Kurt?
It's to you.
Football season is here. Yes.
That's right.
And in honor of the Tarleton State University, I'm wearing their jersey or shirt today because they beat Army last week, which was a huge win for that organization.
I say New York Jets 35, Pittsburgh 8, because they're good at safety.
They're good at safety. Because Aaron will drop the ball in the end zone and they'll recover back, get it back, or be in the end zone.
Well, I got to tell you, I was shocked the Cowboys were even in the game. And CeeDee Lamb will even tell you if he'd have caught them balls, we hadn't had the fumble.
Game over. Would have won.
Philadelphia wouldn't have won. Tells you Dallas has an okay team this season.
Well, he looked good the other night. We'll see how it rolls out. But they should have won that game. They were in a position to do it on a couple different occasions, and it didn't happen. But, it's early.
So did the Rangers win last night?
Yes, they did.
Did they?
Extra innings, 11th inning.
Yeah, I saw it was 2-0, I think up to like the third inning or something, and then I quit watching.
Well, it was 3-1 all the way till the 8th, and then Astros tied it up. And then they went into the 11th inning and they won it in that inning.
Huh.
They need to win. They need to take advantage of this Astros team because that'll catapult them to at least making the playoffs. They can't afford to go south. They got to keep plugging hard, and they did last night.
I think they're 3.5 out of getting a wild card.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they're only 2.5 to get in that wild card because they're only like a game behind Seattle now because Seattle got beat. So they just got to get above Seattle.
So who did Will send the hearts to? You?
I sent it to Will with him saying,
you guys are in love. What is that? A little bromance going on?
Yes, why not? I love Will. Don't you?
Hey, that's some bromance.
You don't love,
I don't send him hearts.
You don't love Will? Come on.
I love Will. He knows it.
He was at the game last night.
But I don't send him hearts.
Did you stay all the way through, Will, to the end? Super. I can send him a heart. What's wrong with that?
I didn't say you couldn't. I just said you got a little bromance going on.
I didn't deny it, did I?
No, you didn't. Wow.
Well, he saw a pretty good game. It's just kind of frustrating when the Astros, Steelers will win this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. They probably will.
1 minute till we're back live.
Yeah. No, he didn't stay till the end. No, Will.
He doesn't.
God, you missed it. That's where it got the most exciting part. And the crazy thing about it is
he's like me. He wants to beat that traffic out of there.
3 innings from the bottom of the ninth to the 10th, 8th, 9th, and 10th inning. The Rangers left men on base and a couple times on third. I'm going,
boy, that one guy, that first baseman, that guy's ginormous.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He hit one last night that went 437 feet.
Man, he's a big dude.
Yeah. He can hit it when he hits, though. But the team is hanging in there. They seem to just have a hard time kind of closing games out at times, but they make the playoffs. Anything can happen. So,
man, my nose hurts.
What's the matter?
My grandson threw the football and it cut it. And my nose was bleeding during the game. I looked up and he was freaking out. We cut it right here and then inside.
What ball? What kind of ball?
Football.
Oh.
And he threw it in the lacing. That little boy was freaking out.
I ran into a tree limb yesterday weeding and nearly knocked me out. I'm serious. Look at my head right there. I hit that sucker so hard I nearly fell.
You got a riding mower?
No, I was weeding. Yeah, I do have a riding lawnmower, but I was
Oh,
weeding.
you're weed eating.
I was weeding, and I had my head down, and boy, I hit that sucker.
I'm sure you'll be
It
amazed.
was almost over for me, man.
It's 214-787-1190 is the Automotive Edge radio show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop. We're here to help. 214-787-1190 is the number. This segment of show is brought to you by Highly Acura Fort Worth. The best, I think, luxury/sport vehicle out there. You get all the acceleration, incredible handling. You get a good sound of the motor, which I like. But then you have all the luxury comforts and features, and you have buttons that you can push and adjust your ride. From the MDX, RDX, TLX, ADX, ZDX, and the manual available shifting Integra, they got you covered. And a full line of certified pre-owned as well. So the new one's out of touch. You go, well, hang on a sec. Let's go over here and take a look for thousands less. Get one that's certified, and what it takes to certify an Acura, second to none. You got David Gomez, managing partner, general manager, and his staff. One of the cool things, one of them, is how well educated his staff is on the product. Because I'll talk to him and everything. He says, hey, man, tell me again about that A-Spec. It's amazing. Listen to these guys. Not only tell me what it is, but the energy behind them telling me what it is. So you have educated salespeople. You got salespeople there, no pressure. They want to show you what makes Acura Acura. And then if you fall in love, they'll take care of the rest. The place, Highly Acura Fort Worth, right there at Riverside and 820. Exactly Riverside and 820. If I said 35 and 820, then he'd Google it to find out if there's an exit.
Make sure that you know which side of that is. So it's on the south side of 820 and on the east side of 35.
No, 820 runs east and west. So it would be on the north side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're right there.
Yeah.
First time in his life, he's right.
You go to put in, and you're 100% incorrect.
Well, I just, I had my head into something else right now. But
Okay.
You're
Whatever.
right.
Yeah. Go to highlyacurafortworth.com. That's highlyacurafortworth.com. Let David know you were listening to the Automotive Ed radio show. We had 4 people take delivery, 3 new or 2 new, 2 pre-owned. Last month, and everybody said the same thing. It was exactly what you said it was going to be. The place, Highly Acura Fort Worth. All right.
And Acuras are dynamite vehicles because we drive one. Love it. Love that.
So some big numbers have changed in the auto industry. There's 27 selling days last month in August. The average new vehicle retail transaction price was down $44,750.
Wow.
They're saying it's up $985, but that's not correct. Discounts, average transaction price for a new EV down to $44,300, below $45,700, so it's come down about $1,400. Fleet deliveries are on the rise, up 11%, which is good when you're having fleet and they're buying volume vehicles, companies buying cars, buying trucks, buying SUVs to make their companies viable with good transportation. That is a good thing. This was pretty wild. The consumers continued to buy a new car. The average monthly payment last month, how much was it?
I'm going to say $825.
Well, a little high, $743, up $13 from the same time last year. I'm going, okay.
Wow, it's been a year.
What do you think the average interest rate was last month? This blew me away.
Last month?
Yep, the month of August.
Average interest rate was 7.5%.
6.4%, down 0.38%. So things are looking good. They're going to look better going into Q4. We hope that the feds quit going, well, I don't like Trump, so we're not lowering the rate, just to be spiteful. I don't get it. So lower the rates.
Why wouldn't they like it? Because who does it help?
Well, look at how many people. What did Trump say right after inauguration? If I found the cure for every disease,
yeah, they'd still hate him.
They'd hate me.
But what my question is what does the feds think, and what do they do in reference? Who do they think it helps when the interest is high? Only the people that are rich, because if you're poor, those high interest rates are going to suck the life out of you.
Well, it slows down the housing market, the car buying,
right,
food, everything.
But why do they do that? I mean, what's the reason for that? Because again, it only helps the rich. Because if you got
it's not
money,
really the rich.
Well,
your blue collar people spend more money than the rich do.
Yeah, but when they can invest,
for every Bentley that's sold, 2 million Ford F-150s are sold.
Yeah, but how are they sold when the interest is so high?
They stretch out the term.
There you go. And then that's
run up their credit cards. They're not going to stop. You realize.
But who does that help? I'm trying to figure out how that helps. That doesn't help the purchaser, because they're having to go so far out further, which you hate.
It keeps the mega companies in business.
Well, then there you go. There you go, right there. That's what I was trying to get from you.
Yeah.
It's not helping us as a consumer, at least average American me.
Well, the word inflation has become so misunderstood.
And what does that mean? I don't even know what inflation really means.
Really?
No, I don't know. I mean, I know the word and I know what it represents, but I don't know what it really, how they calculate inflation. What makes inflation?
The cost of living. They're inflated. Everything's getting inflated. Prices, inflation, inflated, bigger.
But why does that happen?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. People quit spending.
Because of why?
Let's go back to starting with COVID. What happened in COVID? How many companies shut their doors? How many businesses shut their doors? How many people didn't make it? The only companies that were doing well were, I think, Lowe's and Home Depot, because everybody started remodeling.
Yeah, exactly.
There was such a lie and such a disaster what Fauci and everybody did with COVID, and that created this nasty, nasty mess. And so you have all these companies, and they're going, well, hang on a second. If the consumers aren't buying and we're building less of, then the price is going to have to go up. We're going to have to get more interest. I just think the average interest right now on a credit card is 24.22 or something on a credit card.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? Think about this for a second. People in Congress go after the auto industry for interest rates on a car, but Free Willy on credit cards.
And what about?
And get this, and what's even worse, Free Willy on home mortgages that are Rule 77. So when you want to keep everybody viable and you're doing less of, they're on the sidelines inflating the prices, inflating the interest rate. So they're doing less of, but making more money on less until things start to get better and more jobs are created and this, that, and the other. Then more money starts going back in, then inflation starts coming down.
Well, they do that on the automotive side, but yet on the other automotive side, when you do a title loan on a vehicle, that's insanity. That's criminal.
Yeah.
If you've never seen that before, go call one of those people and ask them what it's going to cost to get your car back when you get a loan on that.
Yeah.
You're going to be choked.
Unless you pay it quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. But yet, we're going to.
But they went after the auto industry for interest rates.
Oh, yeah.
But the credit card people, all these other different lending, you know what?
Whatever. 33 for whatever they want to do.
How many of them are stockholders in these companies? 214-787-1190 is the number. Don't go away. Quick break. Meet some great sponsors. We'll be right back.
We lost Abba. What happened?
Thank you.
More Abba. We want more Abba.
Bo can hear that song.
Yes, sir.
Is that pretty simple to learn how to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Can you just listen to a song and play it?
Well, I have to rehearse it. Like I can listen and I have to pick it out. But eventually, that's how I learned all my songs.
So do you play with the pick or fingers?
Fingers. No, I don't use a pick.
Many people use a pick with a bass.
Have you seen all those bass things you send me? You seeing them use a pick?
No.
No, you don't use a pick.
Boy, it's amazing with their thumb. What are they doing with their thumb? Are they hitting a string or the wood?
Well, they're hitting the string, but what they do on they get that they.
Hey
With
guys,
that-
quick question for you.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
So I have to DJ a party for a 1980s class reunion for Buckner today at Urban Rio. I was going for the disco theme, but anything else you think I should add on to? Because I know I was doing 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah, well, you want to add on when you're going into that, you want to add into your rock and roll that was really big then, which is
The long-haired guys, right? Like Journey and stuff like that.
Yeah, Journey was a little bit earlier, but I guess you could go Journey, Def Leppard, and start looking at the bands. Sammy Hagar, Van Halen, all of that stuff was big, and then you start moving into your Flock of Seagulls, Thompson Twins, Oingo Boingo. There was a lot of that stuff in the 80s that the people like the Bengals, Cyndi Lauper, Madonna.
Google 80s hits, and that's right there. You can just play them right there back to back to back.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
I did that. I wanted more of a special touch because I know Dallas is a little bit different. Well, it was Richardson, I guess, Buckner before they closed, but yeah.
Yeah, when back then it was in the 80s was either what they called electrified, which was your everything from your Thompson Twins to Flock of Seagulls, all those guys. And then here comes Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and all of her hits took off. And I'm trying to
Don't forget YMCA.
Well, that was back in the 70s.
Yeah, I know, but he's still got to pay that. That'll get everybody on the dance floor.
It always does.
Yeah.
The Village People.
That ought to be fun. That's tonight.
At Urban Rio in Plano.
Good for you. That's awesome, dude.
Everybody danced the same. It was so funny when the 80s came out.
Yeah.
Everybody did a little side to side with their head. Everybody on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And that's where what were they called? Leg warmers.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Big hair leg warmers and a bunch of bracelets.
Mm-hmm. And the guys wore members only jackets.
Yeah, Men at Work, Talking Heads, all those guys.
And don't forget anything by Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yep. Yeah, they were creating music in the 80s while all the other stuff was going on and people were still loving it. Look at when Thriller came out, Purple Rain came out. Yeah, you can never go wrong with that.
No doubt.
Thank you.
We ought to just show up and crash the party.
Where's it?
That would be fun.
Give us the time. We'll show up. We'll be decked out in our disco look, and they won't even recognize.
Well, the way security is now, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll probably have a hard time getting in.
My granddaughter was telling me how things were at her school, and I was shocked. They kids can't have their cell phones at lunchtime.
15 seconds.
Oh, not even. Now that kind of is weird. I think.
Yeah.
I
they were talking about all this controlled movement.
I think that's all over the top a little bit.
Now they bring in their backpacks. They all go to the back of the room. They got metal detectors at the doors now. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and certainly don't forget Bee Gees. And that's what we're playing now.
You need love to win men walk. Been kicked around since I was born. Look me up. Oh.
Thank you, Robert Coronado Sanchez. Says, good morning, Kurt and Bo.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to Classic Buick GMC. My buddy Jermaine Pearson, general sales manager out there. He was so busy, we only got to see him at the end of the show last week,
Yeah,
2
but
weeks
he
ago.
was busy.
And I got to tell you what, there's some numbers out there, and one of the fastest, get this, most reliable vehicles that they're putting on the list now is Buick. I'm going to tell you what, they said the vehicle quality and pricing index, they put Buick, Mazda, and Toyota that led the stream overall in
Wow.
that category. And I would just tell you, forget what your mom and dad and grandpa used to drive. You get out there and you take a look at these young, old, medium, low medium age people, however you want to categorize yourself. Go drive the Buick. I'm telling you, that line from the Buick and Vista up to the Enclave, there's not a bad Buick out there. I like all of them. I've driven all of them. I've spent time in them. The fit and finish. I like the thud when you close the doors, not the ping or the ting. And you get in these cars, and you go, once you get in it, it doesn't matter what that emblem says out front. It is the best price luxury product, one of them in today's market by far. And then it comes down to where? Right there at 20 in Collins at Classic Buick GMC. And stop in, ask for Jermaine Pearson, and spend the time looking at his product line. It's phenomenal. And these people are educated, and they were happy. Man, we were talking to half the people there while we were doing the show.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And so stop out there. And then they've got the pickup trucks on sale. The biggest discount, $13,750. We've never, ever, ever seen that on GMC pickup trucks on select models. Stop out there, meet Jermaine Pearson, or just start online at classicarlington.com. That's classicarlington.com. See what they have available and enjoy your classics experience. That's classicarlington.com. So, let's see here. Man, I keep getting all this stuff from I got my heart scan next week. I got my calcium scan
I hope
next
they
week.
can find it.
My Widowmaker, and then some other stuff. And I had my jaw worked on Wednesday.
How'd that go?
It was not fun.
They tighten you up a little bit, like a little front end alignment.
Look at this. They put a new black titanium
Oh, wow.
screw in my jaw.
Black titanium.
And he took it out and adjusted something. When he put that thing back in,
Hallelujah.
ooh, ooh. Me and Dr. Schreiner almost became enemies. It was not good. But anyway, phone lines are open. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Let me ask you a question. This was fascinating. I wanted to know what the best-selling tires in the marketplace were. What brand? And I was blown away. Now, when you say tires, what first comes to mind?
Michelin, probably.
Next.
Goodyear.
Next.
Yokohama.
Really?
Or Firestone. I would
Firestone.
say Firestone third.
Yep.
Then you get into like Yokohama.
Yeah.
And those tires like that.
Number one was the Continental.
Wow.
Retail price around $150.
That's a good tire, though. But yeah.
Number two, Yokohama.
Okay.
Around $160. Number three, Michelin at $220. Goodyear Wrangler. I see a lot of Goodyear Wranglers out there. I see a lot of them on pickup truck. $150. And the Pirellis coming in $75 a tire.
Yeah. They usually, most Pirellis are kind of on more sport type cars, though, aren't they?
Yeah, you would see Pirellis. Everybody thinks low profile.
Yeah.
And,
That's what
Ferrari, whatever the case may be.
Correct.
But Continental, yeah, it was right up there on top. And when I had my BMW,
I was going to say,
5 Series, it was always Continental.
And you changed tires on one that
completely
sucked
changed it.
Compared, you went back to Continental.
It totally changed the ride, the drive, and the ground noise.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
I went back to Continental, and I started research. I was like, wow, Continental does a lot. But you know what? I still love, with all my heart, and all the Challengers that I bought, I put Firestone raised white letter tires on it.
That better looking for sure.
And I called,
cosmetically.
I called Krager and had Krager 20-inch Krager rims built for the car. And it was white, and I had just red pinstriping on it. That was it. And more people pulled up and said, that's the baddest Challenger I've ever seen.
What year model was it?
Well, I bought a 2015. I bought a 2018. I bought a 2019.
You did that with all of them?
A 2020. Yeah, every one of them. I bought them all white, Kragers, and then I customized the leather interior to make it black and red. And I took the exhaust off and completely changed the sound of the car. And I got to tell you what, it was my favorite all time. And I only did the Hemis. I didn't do anything else. But I took a base model Hemi and then did my own thing and loved it. And I've always loved those Firestone tires. And in fact, on my last pickup truck, I had the raised white letter Firestones on that truck. And man, it's just bad to bone.
Yeah.
I just think I'm old school. I just think that stuff really, really
Well, that
stands
makes
out.
it look old school when you're driving something newer, which is what everybody loves.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Good morning, Art Naismith from Lufkin, Texas. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Here's something that is really amazing. I was looking at car decline in car sales. And what do you think people are shifting to more when they're getting rid of their cars?
What do they get? What are they shifting to?
Yeah, they're getting out of a car, a sedan, and what are they getting next other than a car?
Truck.
Yeah.
I would. I wish I had a truck. My next move is going to be a truck.
It says one of the clearest figures in an ongoing consumer pivot from passenger cars to light trucks. I would have said SUV. You know, the dynamic clearly visible, the passenger cars now, get this, average 14.5 years in service, while the trucks are about 3 years lighter at about 11.9 years. The number of passenger cars on U.S. roads has dropped below 100 million for the first time since 1970. I wish they'd come out with cooler cars. I do. I would love to have a truck in my driveway. I can't afford to have both, but I would love to have a nice sedan. I wish I still kick myself in the butt for getting rid of my RL. But I really think there's a place for good quality cars other than the Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry. The BMW will always have a full line of luxury cars. The C Series with a Cadillac. There's not a lot of big cars. Audi A8 would fall in there, and then you have to go, Maybach and some of the bigger cars to really get that luxury size. But I still believe that somebody could come out with a really cool sedan. I think the coolest sedan out there is a Porsche Panamera. And you're looking at $100,000 car. But I think that there are some cool ways, and I think Honda now has the ugliest front end of any sedan out there. I don't know what they're doing. Who's ever designing the Hondas, get rid of them, because Honda needs to be a better looking, more aggressive car. You would do better with them like Toyota does with the Camry. I mean, they have the different models, and they're all very cool looking, and there's no more cool in Honda. Y'all need to get back to building cool cars. Cool cars. I saw the prototype of the Prelude, and I was like, how dull. Dull. When you had the Prelude, I sold a ton of Prelude.
Well,
I was the Prelude king.
That was one of the awesomest car that I've ever thought was out there.
Way too conservative. The front end on the Hondas and the front ends on the new Hyundai Santa Fe, stop it. They all look electrified, and they're not. Build cool cars. Cool cars.
So you're
building great, reliable cars. Just make the cosmetic part of it better looking.
Did they think that people were being attracted to the EVs because of how they looked in the front, and did that thinking that was the reason?
Well, no, that was the only way they were designing them because of all the protection they had to put
right,
up
I
on
knew
the front
that,
end
but I'm
of it.
talking about doing the ICE cars.
Yeah, I don't know why they carried it. I guess they had extra supply of them or something.
That's
I don't
probably
know.
what they did.
I don't get it.
EV front ends for ICE cars.
That's right. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the Great One Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
Hey, Art, did you get any rain down in your neck of the woods over yesterday? Because I know a lot of people did. East Texas got hit pretty good.
Where's Art?
He's in Lufkin,
Lufkin.
home of Des Bryant.
Yep.
I could have used him yesterday.
You know, my son was working at a fast food
Thursday,
place,
I mean.
and Des Bryant came in, and the manager goes, "Hey, Des," and gave him free food. And my son, being his,
Well, he is.
looked and said,
Why?
He's a millionaire. Why'd you give him free food?
Because he's a cowboy or ex-cowboy.
And so he came back in. He about 45 minutes later, and he said, "Who cooked the meat?" And it was Ty. He said, "What's the deal?" He goes, "That's the best meat I've ever had in here," and gave Ty a $20 bill.
How about that? He
And
didn't complain anymore.
Well, no. He still said,
"Why give him free food?" Huh?
"Yeah."
Well, that's the same way we feel about 7,500 to the people that are buying these vehicles. There's not really a need for it, right? It's the same difference. You know, you're going to give Des Bryant, who's like wealthy beyond wealthy, free food, you know, but a guy that comes in that's, you know.
And it's nothing against Des.
No.
I'm just saying, you know.
It's the star factor. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, here in Dallas especially.
You know, when I had all these football players coming in and the owners would say, "Hey, put them in a car," I couldn't stand it. Especially there was this guy named Kevin Gogan. I don't know if you remember.
I remember him.
Number 66.
Yes, sir.
This guy was freaking ginormous. And he came in, and that driver's seat, we had to replace it because he's so big, totally destroyed it. Not only because of his size, but the rest of that truck.
Beat up too?
I called, Alan Lucart out, and I says, "Come here just a second." He goes, "What?" And I said, "Come here." He looked at this truck. He's like, "What?" He just went off. I said, "Well, he wants another one." He goes, "Hey, who is it?" I said, "Kevin Gogan." He goes, "Get him another truck." We had to put thousands into this truck to make it right. And then we had to try to sell it. And then here we said, "Well, it was one of the Dallas Cowboys trucks, you know, that they destroyed and we had to put back together." It was horrible. I remember, and he was laughing. I said, "Kevin, do me a favor, buddy. You're destroying these trucks." And he goes, he was so big, 6'6", 350. And he goes, "Okay."
That reminds me of an episode on Seinfeld when George Costanza bought some particular vehicle that
LeBaron convertible.
Yeah, the John Voight.
Yeah.
And
they looked at the paperwork. They spelt it wrong. It wasn't the same John Voight.
And there was a pencil in there that had a bite mark on it. And he was going around trying to get John Voight's, to get a bite mark of it and stuff. It was hysterical. But yeah, that reminds people will buy stuff like that though. If it belonged to somebody famous or something like that, that would be a selling point.
Yeah, well, it didn't work.
Didn't work for him.
No.
Well, I don't think Grogan was a big enough name to make that work. Now, if it had been like, Roger Staubach.
He was on two of the Super Bowl teams before he went to San Francisco.
I know, but it wasn't Roger Staubach.
Nope.
Or Tony Dorsett.
And then I forgot who it was. We put him in a Thunderbird SC, which SC was for Super Coupe Turbo. A nice car. And I went, "Alan, buddy, I know you're a partner on the store. Don't do this." Kurt, put him in the car. He brought that car back. It was destroyed. It was freaking destroyed.
Now, did y'all give him an extra discount too?
And so I walked up and I said, "You know what? Regardless of who you play with," I said, "I can't believe you destroyed this car like this, and now we got to try to sell it. That is pathetic." He goes, "Where's your boss?" I said, "I am the boss. This is freaking pathetic."
30 seconds, we're back.
And then, next 5 minutes later, I'm in Alan's office getting my butt chewed up.
You should have ended it with, "But can I have your autograph?"
No, I was like, "Why do we do this? We're not getting any ROI on this. We're just putting a cowboy in a car." And it's, "Well, he's giving us endorsements." Who cares?
Well,
we're spending money. He's destroying a car, and we ain't sold a car from him yet.
Well, they think so. The star brings a lot of power. Unfortunately, I don't know why anymore, but it does.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Okay. Get in your car. You're looking for a luxury brand. You're looking for something completely different, or you're looking for a land yacht, one of the big bad boys. You're looking for something that you've never owned before. You're looking for someone who wants a completely different drive than anything you've ever driven before. We've got 3 locations and one right there at 121 in the Tollway. The Crest stores. Mike Brosen, managing partner of Crest Cadillac TX.com. It's CrestCadillacTX.com. CrestInfinity.com. and ChrisVolvoCars.com, all side by side with a putting green, with a chef
Oh,
inside
wow.
the dealership cooking for
Big
you,
time.
a dog park. But then let's talk about the bigger picture. When you're making the second largest purchase in your life, you want all the goods. And you get all the goods at one location, right there at 121 on the tollway. If you log on right now, discounts bigger than they've been before, extremely low APR, certified pre-owned on each one of the lots, and especially on the Volvo lot. He's got a ton of certified pre-owned. And what I've always said about ChrisVolvoCars.com is it doesn't compare to anything else on the road. You can drive certain products and go, wow, I drove it. Yeah, it's a lot like this, or yeah, pretty close to this. The Volvo is its own entity, and so are the people there at the Crest dealerships. Crest Cadillac TX.com. Crest Infinity, the new QX80 is there. What a ultimate land yacht that thing is. I mean, I got in it, and every time Bo and I go do a live remote, I fall in love. And they had that blue one out there with the 22-inch wheels.
Oh,
I'm going, man, do I get my car appraised or not? And I've driven it, and I don't know what else they could have done.
Well, he gets his car appraised at every dealership we go to, but those vehicles sell before we get off the air.
Yeah. They told me I was a rabbit's foot 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they sure do.
So you've got a big decision to make. You got the full line of Cadillacs. The new Cadillac IQ is out. The technology on this thing is incredible. And what's cool about the Crest dealerships is when you're signing your paperwork, your finance director, your vehicle's right behind him. So you go right from finance, and they have a delivery specialist. It's not your salesperson, a delivery specialist to take you through everything that's going on.
And that's all they do.
Yeah, they take you back to service, hook you up with a service advisor. You have information, they have yours, and they take care. They roll out the red carpet at all three dealerships. Remember, Crest Cadillac TX.com, Crest Infinity, and ChrisVolvoCars.com. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Ed Radio Show. All right, I told you I had something new. I've got some car jokes for you.
Oh, here we go. Should I get the laugh track out just in case?
Do you have a horrible day? Do you wish to have fun and forget about your problems? Then you've arrived at the correct location. Is that funny?
You asking me that makes it funny.
What do you call a Ford Fiesta that ran out of gas?
Died on the side of the road?
No, a Ford Siesta. I want to die peacefully in my sleep like my grandfather, but not like the other passengers in the car with him.
That's kind of funny there.
Okay. If you were to ask me, where would be the worst place to commit a crime, I would say a multi-story car park. Because if you think about it, it would be wrong on so many levels. I always adjust the seat and mirrors when I drive my husband's car so he doesn't forget he's married.
Oh, boy.
Who can drive all their customers away and still make money?
Car dealerships.
Taxi drivers.
Oh, that's funny.
Husband, honey, the neighbor is washing the car with his son again. Why? Poor kid. Go over there and tell him to use a sponge instead. To people who say that depression hits hard, the car begs to disagree.
Oh, boy.
All right.
He's digging now. Get that laugh track out, Larry. We need it.
What type of car does a chicken farmer drive?
I don't know.
Coupe.
That was a good one.
Didn't they used to make a car called the Rooster?
Yeah.
Oh, he should be driving a Rooster.
I tried to get a smart car the other day, but they were sold out too fast. Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they were too smart.
I guess I'm just a bit slow. Okay, there we go. Bada bing.
Now, we're going to have to put up with this segment every week.
I got more. 2-1.
Get those laugh tracks out. We're going to need them every week.
That's right. 214-787-1190. If we can help you with your automotive needs, where to go, who to see, what to do, I'll take you all the way from hello to congratulations here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. Leave me your name and number, and we will help. Hey, Kurt, how long will the tariffs hurt the industry? I get asked this question every week. If you look at what Alan Glover was talking about, general manager at Classic Kia Carrollton, is that Kia
40
wrote a
seconds to
check
commercial break
for $400 million to cover the tariffs and not pass it on to the consumer. And there's a lot of manufacturers that are going to have to go down that road or jump on the bandwagon and create the level amount of trade that we need each and every day.
Well, don't you think some of the countries will probably start adhering to that?
Oh, they will.
They're going to have to, or they're going to.
They don't have a choice. All right, it's top of the hour. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you got a good car joke, clean, give us a call. 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back. You know, it was a few years back, and I decided to do Christmas jokes. And we told the listeners, hey, if you got a good Christmas joke, let us know. And it went south real quick. We were having to bleep over half the joke. So when I say if you got a good car joke, it's got to be clean, or Larry back in studio will dump you, and we're not letting you back on the show again. So I guess if you go by an alias, whatever, since we can't see you. But anyway, we always like a good joke. There's nothing better than laughing. Laughing keeps us living. Remember that. Laughing keeps us living. So anyway, we want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. And now that Bo's gone, we can say whatever we want about him. So if you don't want to post something about Bo, we'll read it right now. Charlie Davis, Art Naismith, all our good friends that constantly and consistently join in. Robert Sanchez, there's a good old Nimitz name right there. I remember, man, I had so much fun hanging out with the Sanchez's, Coronados, De La Garza, De La Torres. Man, I had good times. Y'all were a blast. I mean, good people. I remember Freddie De La Torre. I think he was the first barefoot kicker we ever saw in high school football. I don't know how he did it. I tried it. I thought I broke my foot. Broke my toes.
Was that punting?
No, kicking field goals. He did
Oh,
both. Kicked
wow.
field goals and punted.
Well, you don't see that much anymore, do you?
Yeah.
That was kind of a big thing back in the day. I remember that. And yeah, I don't know how they could kick a football without shoes on. Man, that hit that thing wrong on the toe, and obviously you're going to be limping off. It ain't going to be pretty.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that rain will hold off and I can get the yard mowed.
I got to hopefully do that too.
So you got all the weed eating done, but no mowing.
Yeah, I was about to do it, and this clouds started rolling in. I said, nah, it ain't going to bother. I got to get on this ride line more by the time I get it out and done. Get out there. I'll have to run it back in.
I got the backyard all weeded and cleaned up and all the plants moved around and all the dog poop picked up. And then I take the dogs out and let them run for a little bit. And no sooner than we walked in the door, boom.
Yeah.
It hit.
Well, I called you. I guess you were out mowing. And so you got it.
Yeah. Melissa says, what is he trying to get electrocuted?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Bo wants to know if you're trying to get electrocuted. I said, I'm mowing the yard.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was in my house. It was getting bad.
Oh, it went right around Keller, but then another storm came up behind it, and boy, Melinda said it rained all night. You know what? Normally by 10:30 or so, I'm in bed.
Right.
And last night, it was really cool. We had the TV off, and we just talked for half an hour, 45 minutes. She goes, you know, it's 11 o'clock. I was like, I don't care.
Was she happy to be talking to you, or was she instructing
you? Yeah, she was. Going to Six Flags. She got all the rides. Great conversation.
There you go. Well, that's what it takes nowadays.
Yeah, she really upset me last night.
Wow, you can't get upset.
You know what she said?
What?
She's realized that most of her life she's always done what I wanted to do, but had no complaints. I went, oh.
Well, there's a lot of ways to read that, huh?
Yeah. I got up this morning.
I don't know. I'd be studying that all night trying to figure out what that is, what that means.
I get up this morning. I said, all right, whatever. Other than getting into that big Ferris wheel at Grandscape
or whatever, or that.
They have the one that goes around up there and Flower Mound by Nebraska. I won't do that, but anything else, I'm in. She said, really, wherever you want to eat, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do.
Does that mean you'd be willing to go on another cruise?
Oh.
You're really going to be
I would.
I know.
I would.
You'll be showing your love there, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of love.
I already got one that's hammering me for next year to go with Alicia and Rick on someplace.
There's one right now.
In Alaska.
Yeah.
But there's one coming out of Galveston that's going someplace.
In January.
Next year.
Yeah.
Not January.
They're opening up the new port.
Right. But it's next, like November, December. She's wanting us to go wherever that's going to go on a special boat.
Yeah, they said Galveston, that area is going to be the next largest port for cruise ships. That they're building ports for all of them to start coming. Not just Carnival.
That's good because I won't go to Florida to do anything.
No. So she said, "Hey, how about it? All of us get together and go on a cruise." I'm like, "Oh boy."
Alicia asked you that. Yeah, she's already hit us up. And Barbara Ann's all ready to go, baby.
Oh,
it's a year away and she's packing already.
Yeah, she said the six of us. You realize how much fun we'd have, and I went,
Yeah. I think there might be a little bit of fun there. But
just keep you away from the alcohol and the hot tubs.
Well, that's the only fun I had when I was on the boat. But she knows.
We didn't even drink on the cruise. I if we did.
Well, I'm glad I did because I
don't even remember if we did have something to drink. I don't. Everyone's talking about,
20 seconds to we're back live.
Buy the drink package. When I looked at that drink package, you know how many drinks you have to have a day to make it work? 12.
Yeah, but if you buy them singly, you just buy, they get you hard.
Yeah, well, I didn't. We might have had a Grand Marnier or a Frangelica at night, but we didn't drink.
Yeah.
Just wasn't my gig.
Art Nason says grizzly bears kick barefooted too. Yes, I guess they do. Get them one on a team.
Yeah, we are.
That'd be a pretty cool name for a mascot football team, is the Grizzly Bears.
The Grizzlies?
The Grizzly Bears.
Well, there's several schools out there that are the Grizzlies.
Yeah. Who are that? I don't remember any of them.
Well, you got the basketball team, the Grizzlies.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
214-787-1190 is the number. I was hoping to get our buddy Jason Long on with us today, but I'm sure he is covered up. He hadn't responded to me, so no, he hadn't. 214-787-1190. Let's do it. I didn't think things could get better, and every time Jason sends me all the information for me to put into the commercials, I just start laughing. I was laughing out loud Thursday when I got these. Get this. Head now, if you're looking for a Chevy pickup truck, put blinders on and focus to 380 and 75 in McKinney at Eldorado Chevrolet in McKinney. 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Put your blinders on. Don't look at any of these other Chevy dealerships. Go straight to Eldorado Chevrolet in McKinney, 380 and 75. And I'm going to tell you why. $16,750 off a 2025 Crew Cab Silverado. Let me say it again. $16,000, which is a third of the price of the vehicle, off a 2025 Silverado crew cab, a third. There's not even that kind of markup in it. Chevy wants to move the needle, and with prices like that, geez Louise, how do you not do it? Now get this. They just got in their 2026 Chevy Equinox. Just got it in. And what are they doing? $5,500 off. $5,500 off a brand new 2026 that just got released. Tell me Eldorado Chevrolet and McKinney doesn't want your business. $6,000 off the Chevy Traverse. That thing's got like $1,500-$1,600 markup in it. $6,000 off the Chevy Traverse. Beat the banks with 0% APR on select models. And one of the fastest selling midsize truck, the Chevy Colorado, it's got like a grand markup in it. $6,000 off. I'm telling you, the best way to own your new Chevrolet is Eldorado Chevrolet and McKinney, 380 and 75. No games, no baloney, not all the back and forth. Let's do business. How do you like them now? Jason Long, General Sales Manager, Justin Griffin, Rusty McDonald, Jazz Gill, Mark Welch, the whole management team out there. They ain't playing around. They want to move iron off that property. And with $16,750 off on a crew cab, and think about it. If you had a ton of negative equity because you bought cars during COVID where you're paying beyond full retail for them and you need to get rid of some of that negative equity, go to Eldorado Chevrolet and McKinney.
That'll help you a lot right there.
Woo.
Get that thing squared away and never get in that position again.
Say you're 10 grand upside down. I mean, you're still buying a vehicle for less than invoice and rolling negative equity into the note and getting a brand new vehicle. How do you like them now? Start online at EldoradoChevy.com. That's EldoradoChevy.com. Together, let's drive in a new Chevrolet from Eldorado Chevrolet and McKinney. See why they're 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. 380 and 75 are online at EldoradoChevy.com. All right. You want another joke? I'm going to start off with another joke.
All right. Get the laugh track going there, Larry.
Okay. My boss came to the office today with a new Porsche. Wow, what an amazing car. Absolutely. If you work really hard and put a lot of hours in and strive for excellence at all times, I should be able to get another one next year.
That was the punchline. Okay. Help me, Larry. We need some claps over there.
Okay. How do you stop a dog from barking in the back seat of the car?
Slam on the brakes.
Tell him it's time to bark in the front seat. What is the laziest part of the car?
The driver.
No, the wheels. They're always tired.
Oh, boy.
Why do robots sleep under cars?
Robot. I don't know.
They like to wake up a little oily. Do you know Telsas don't have that? Do you know Telsas don't have that new car smell?
No, I did not know that.
They have more of the Elon Musk.
Ah. All right, there you go.
Hey,
There
boy.
you go, man.
Slap the drums on that one.
This could be a long segment every week. So just hang on, okay? Don't leave us.
Boy. Hey, I was asked the other day what I thought about.
You need to do the Karnak thing, though.
Yeah,
Like you go have the answer, and then I'll read the question.
Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna make a note on that.
That's a good
I'll make
way
all
to
my
do it.
notes. So let's go.
Karnak, the Karnak Kurt. We call you Karnak Kurt, the Great.
Karnak the Great. That's what he did, and he had on his hat.
But it's got to be Karnak Kurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you get a hat like that?
Oh, sure.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a great segment right there.
214-787-1190 is the number. Toyota Motor Company and Ford Motor Company, their light vehicle sales rose in August, while Hyundai and Kia both delivered record results. The Toyota brand, it raised 14%. And I got to tell you, Toyota continues to flip their inventory hybrid. And I was having a whatever they call it, a discussion with everybody, I guess on Zoom or whatever. But I don't know how many people are on this thing, 40, 50 people, and all these little boxes, and they were all there. And I was talking about the auto industry, and I let people know that not all hybrids are designed for MPG. Some of the hybrid systems, because they make the engine smaller, are built for horsepower and torque. So there's a little bit there, but not like what you're seeing in the vehicles. I had that new HEV LE Camry for 2 weeks, and I was getting 47.1 miles to the gallon. Absolutely
crazy,
incredible.
isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. The Toyota RAV4 led the way with 20% boost, while the Camry increased 14%. The Ford brand sales jumped up 5.3%. Lincoln deliveries are hanging steady. The Ford truck and crossover line, led by Bronco Expedition Explorer, rocking and rolling. Electrified, the Mach-E deliveries gained 35% this month in sales. So when you take a look across the board, there's a lot of people that are they're just killing it right now. You look at Hyundai, up 7.3%. You look at Kia America, up 11%. You look at all the way across, Lexus, Toyota, everybody is doing really, really well. There's some that, their percentages are off maybe a little bit, not that much. Genesis numbers are moving up. They don't sell a lot of Genesis. I don't know why. Right now they're at about 7,300, 7,400 for the month finishing out. But I got to tell you what, that Genesis, the tough part for me for Genesis, I'm like Bo. I like basic. The less is better. More is not better for me. But you get in this thing, and it is like a cockpit. It's got some really, really, really cool features.
60-inch screen, like something huge, right?
Absolutely
all
incredible.
This big stuff.
And a lot of the buttons I don't use. And I'll give you an example. In my Camry, I bought my wife a new vehicle. I took her Camry. And I'm going, man, this thing's dogging. And Linda goes, here, hit normal mode. Car took off. I was in eco mode.
I gotcha.
There's eco, normal, and sport. And the dash changed colors. Just wow. I was like, wow, pretty cool. I've never used it before, right?
Thanks for the Automotive Edge guru's wife to help him out.
Yeah. I just thought I needed a tune-up. But anyway, I got into the brand and of Genesis, and there wasn't one that I didn't enjoy driving. And I got to tell you what, the G90, my gosh, what a car. I've always been a big fan of the A8. I love the size of the A8. It's got that kind of chunky, bulky look, but runs like Bob Hayes did when he played. I'm just unbelievable, the horsepower and torque. Well, you take that G90, the V8 with the turbo, I don't know how much nicer a sedan can get. Then you have your GV series. I mean, Genesis is really a lot of people say, well, it's a fancy Hyundai and blah, blah. Yeah, y'all need to put that aside. Just go drive one. Take a test drive. I enjoy that full line of cars. And then the Acura line, I always talk, Acura jumped up a little bit. I think that is one of the coolest cars out there to get the best of both worlds with sport and luxury driving. The MDX, he says, yeah, check out the Superman edition. And it's blue with the red leather. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. How much is my car worth? I could have drove that off in a heartbeat.
I'm surprised that Toyota's still in the family. I'm really shocked.
What do you mean?
It is still in the family.
In what family?
The Chase family.
Oh, well, it's going to be
it's got its days numbered. I can tell you.
I made 2 payments on it.
that car is on it's got a few days left in that parking lot out there.
I don't know. We'll see. But I would just tell you, for everybody that's waiting for December, I don't know no one has that crystal ball what December is going to bring. I think the biggest thing you're going to see is how they're going to refigure how to get rid of all the electric vehicles, or not get rid of them, but how to continue to turn that inventory. But right now, when you look at what Eldorado is doing, at $16,750 off, they're going to dump this inventory. Ford with their huge discounts. Grapevine Dodge, 25% off MSRP on a 2025 Laramie, 25, a quarter price of the vehicle off. And so how much deeper can they go? Well, I don't think they're going much deeper because they're going to turn this inventory, and then the 26s are going to be coming there, and they're not going to heavily incentivize the 26s until the 25s are gone or they've
Time for us to
depleted
go to commercial break.
90% of that inventory. So great time to shop, but always remember, go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, and let us help you all the way through the process. 214-787-1190. Don't go away. Quick break. We'll be right back.
So Art says, you know why everyone drives a Yugo?
Was that Jason?
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you
He
say?
said somebody called and then hung up.
Oh.
Hmm.
He didn't answer me, so I don't think it would be him.
Can you guys hear me?
Now we do.
Yeah, somebody called, but they just hung up.
Probably got busy.
Well, no, it was like one ring, then it hung up.
One ringy dingy, two
It blinked
ringy
one
dingy.
time and then it stopped blinking.
Oh, you didn't pick up in time, man. You should
Like
have
right when I picked it up, it just.
I should have grabbed on that first light. I'd be ready. Be ready like a defensive lineman.
That's right.
Yeah, and I got it like literally like right in front
I
of me.
know.
Right
I'm
next to the
just
board.
kidding with you, man. I know you've had some rough times with us, but we appreciate what you're doing, my
No,
brother.
I appreciate you guys.
You know, I heard so many people complaining about all this rain. You realize that April and May, we didn't get near the rain count we should have. Well, you know, April showers bring May flowers kind of deal. But
we got quite a bit of spring rains a little bit before that time. We got flooded in my yard, but it's been dry over the last couple of months badly.
yeah, they said we're only 2 inches above average.
Yeah.
And it's been because of all the recent rain. But I got to tell you what, when it comes down, it don't come down like it used to. Boy, that wind up north, because I've got my son that lives in Little Elm, and my daughter lives in McKinney.
Thunderstorms that blow through. Do you remember the days? And I guess it's probably because the chemtrails, but remember the days where you'd get those all day nice little heavier than drizzle, but you know, just a good little solid rain that would go for hours. Or
But
maybe
we
a
would
day.
call each other and go get a football and go play.
Yeah, and like maybe 2 days of that.
Yeah.
But we don't get that anymore. We get these blasts that come in for about an hour and just winds like crazy and storming and lightning and thunder and blowing everything around. That's what we seem to get now.
You always say, hey, meet us at Southwest Park, and we'd go up there and play in the mud bowl, or we'd go to Fritz Park or somewhere, and we're always out there.
We got Rusty on the line.
All right.
Well, I guess Al Gore would tell us why we got that now, huh?
Yeah.
He would give us a good reason
As he's
why we
pulling up in his
big
Suburban to get in his
jet.
jet.
To get in his jet to come tell us. But
don't do what I do what I say.
Yeah. And he's made a boatload of money doing what he says, but not what he does.
He is the proven person.
We got a minute and 25 till we go back live, but Rusty is also on the line waiting.
Okay, we'll get him on as soon as we get back.
That the Chicken Little syndrome can pay dividends.
Boy, no doubt. I saw something the other day on one of the reels. Is there's like 2 different people were going like, and this first one was in like 1990 something. In 6 years, everything's going to be bad. We're going to be burned up. And then it was like,
what did they call 2000 when at the strike of 12?
Oh, that was the.
What did they call that? It was when midnight was going to hit and everything was going to shut down. Get your money out. It's amazing how many people lined up at the ATM getting cash out.
Did you worry about it?
No. Slept like a baby.
Forgot what they call that.
What did they call it? Everybody that's listening, what did they call the strike of 12 in the year 2000? There was a name that they were trying to get everybody panicked, and they were going to start closing the banks and limiting the money released.
People worried about their computers. Remember that they wasn't going to save the stuff, you know? And I went to bed.
What was that called? Why? There you go, Tom Hammond. Y2K.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that.
War of the Worlds.
Y2K was going to suck everybody out.
Yeah.
And we were partying like it was 1999.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, nothing happened. Ralph Paul, good morning. Love the shirt. Which mine? Kurt's or mine?
Right up to the top.
Probably Kurt's. He's got tie-dye.
Come on, everybody. Get a little exercise. Flex a little bit.
Little BJ's on the air.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Put on your boogie shoes. Go to a quiet place. Turn it loose. Shake it up. Let it go. You're going to feel so much better. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show, 214-787-1190. Joining us on the Automotive Edge Hotline, we have Rusty. What's going on, buddy? Hello, Rusty.
Hello.
Hey,
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Man, I'm just doing my thing. I'm sitting back here in my little Cosmo Hall.
that's awesome.
Hey, Rusty. You make me laugh, and I got to tell you why. I go to put your ads together at Eldorado Chevrolet in McKinney. Rusty McDonald, new car director there. And every month I'm going, it's not going to get, this is the deal. It's not going to get any better. And it's not, and you having me eating my word because you send me this sheet at $16,750 off a new Chevy Silverado crew cab. Why do you do that to me?
Well, because we want to move them.
Buddy, I wouldn't think by the end of the month you're going to have one 2025 on the lot at this price.
Well, that's the whole idea. 26 models are en route. I already have some on the ground, so we need to move these 25s out of here. So I'm pretty much using September to move all of my 25s, as you can see. I mean, there's some huge discounts here at Eldorado.
Yeah, you got 6,000 off the Chevy Traverse, which we've never seen before, and then you turn around and have me eat crow pie, and I tell everybody the best deals on the 2025, and you come out with $5,500 off a 2026 Equinox.
Yes, sir. I have 60 of them in stock, and I need to move them.
2026 is $5,500 off the Chevy Equinox.
So he just got him in and got to move him right away.
Well, yeah, the interest starts piling up after so many days. They got to be gone. Hey, Rusty, I was sitting here looking at the numbers, and I tell you what, your electric vehicles, Chevy's on fire. When I was talking to Justin, I went there, he goes, man, I just can't believe how many people are coming in on electric vehicles. I know it's been very surprising to you over the last 90 days to see how many electric vehicles show up on your lot and then get sold.
Yes, I'll tell you what. I sell out of Equinox EVs every month. I get a shipment in and I sell out. It actually is very surprising because 2 months ago we sold 53 Equinox EVs, and I said, well, we're probably not going to do that again in August. And lo and behold, we matched it. We did 53 again. So that's a lot. That's a lot of Equinox EVs flying down the road. So there's huge savings on those, cheap payments with one-pay leases or just a regular standard lease, So the incentives change on these things every month, so we have to adjust accordingly every single month, and we still find a way to keep the volume up and, put a lot of happy people on the road.
Yeah, and
what they're wanting to buy.
Yeah, your big thing at 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year isn't the fact that you do sell hundreds and hundreds of vehicles a month, but your customer satisfaction index when they're buying cars really stands above the rest when you've done it 9 years in a row, that it's not just about selling cars, it's about taking care of the customer.
Oh, absolutely. They say, Mark told me years ago, I would say probably 8 years ago, he goes, man, you do it one time, I call it luck. You do it 2 times, maybe it's luck. But 9 times in a row, man, you're doing something right. So it's very, very important to us to take care of customers and treat them with the respect that they deserve. And, happy customers is a happy life for me. I want people taken care of And that's really the bottom line for me. I mean, we're going to do whatever we can to take care of our customers on any car deal.
Well, the other great thing is that you and I both know, we've been both doing this a very long time, is that when consumers show up, not everybody's ready to buy, but you have that opportunity to turn on the light and give them the full red carpet treatment, knowing if they're going anywhere else shopping, the chances they're coming back to you because of the way they were treated up front. That's a great mindset that you have there at Eldorado Chevrolet.
It's very true. It's so funny because 10 minutes ago, I had a customer that came into the service department, and I just happened to be walking through the service drive, and she said, "Hey," she called me over. She goes, "I just wanted to shake your hand. You were so nice." And literally it just made my day. I'm going to have a wonderful day today. I sold this customer a Silverado probably a week ago, and she remembered me, and that's important. You know, I mean, if you want to buy a car and you want to be treated with respect, please come see us. We're exit 42A on 75 North in McKinney, and we'd love to take care of you.
Okay, you got to do your commercial before you go, Rusty. They've never heard it before. They need to hear it now.
And which one is that?
The No Bull. Let's hear it.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on.
Exit 42A, buy Chevrolet your way. And that is no bull. Oh.
You're my guy. Rusty McDonald.
Hey, and you know what? Come up here, Eldorado Chevrolets, where chicken, eggs, and trucks are cheaper. And don't you ever forget it. Come see me. I'm here all day.
And that's no bull.
And that's no bull. That's
I
right.
love that guy. Rusty, we appreciate it, buddy. Have a big day, and we'll be sending them your way.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
You bet. Rusty McDonald, new car director, Eldorado Chevrolet. And I'm going to tell you what you just heard on the radio is what you get when you get there.
Yeah.
They don't change to come on the radio and talk. They turn it up all the time with humor and smiles and education. $16,750 off a new Chevy Silverado going on right now at Eldorado Chevrolet in McKinney. 60 brand new Equinox 2026 in stock, $5,500 off right off the bat. They're not even letting people marinate on them. They're just giving them away at $5,500 off. The place, EldoradoChevy.com. Good morning to my wonderful sister, Carol Ann. Love you, miss you. Give Steve a hug.
She loves the shirt.
She likes that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more of these. There's a bunch of I was looking at tie-dye colored shirts the other day.
I might have to start wearing sunglasses when you wear that shirt.
I don't know why I wear this. And I was at the store the other day, and I had people ask me where I got my shirt.
Tie-dye.
Yeah, Arlington Stadium,
you
where you pay way more than you
You
think.
can see the T somewhere on there.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you can really see it, but anyway, I went to the register and she rang it up. I said, "No, ma'am, I just want one." She said, "We get that a lot here." 214.
I'm sure they do.
214-787-1190. 214-787-1190. I get this question a lot, and I'm just going to answer it real quick. It says, what determines what level you are when financing a car? Let me help you real quick. You fill out your application, and you send it in, and it's electronically scored, and it comes back and says, you have this. But then somebody like Rusty McDonald at Eldorado Chevrolet, he's going to look and go, whoa, wait a minute here. I think we can get a better call and lower your payment. He gets on the phone with lenders, and when they look at your score, they know the lenders that they can send it to. They don't have to hear somebody, we got 50 different lenders. Who cares? I want the best lender with the best rate taking care of the car. You don't need to send it out to 20, 30, 40 lenders. You need to send it out to 3. Usually you're captive. So that would be GMAC, there's the Chevy financing, the factory financing, and then whatever couple of banks, and you're going to know where that thing is going to get the best rate. It doesn't need to go over. You don't need to see 20 inquiries on your bureau. And so they'll look at it and go, hang on a second here. Yeah, they had some hiccups here, but look over the last 5 years, they've reestablished their credit. They've got good income. They got good debt to ratio. I'm going to call them in and go, hey, we got some good people here. They got equity on the note. Their job time is really good, blah, 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 blah. And it's amazing how many of the supervisors will go, okay, go ahead and put them on a level 2. and you just jump from 9.9% to 3.9 or 2, whatever the case may be. So your score isn't the one all end all when buying an automobile. Now, when you're out buying furniture or whatever the case may be, it is the one all end all. Once they come back with that rate, when you're financing, that's it. With a car dealership, it's different because if the dealer knows that he's got a good solid deal and he's looking at it and the computer scored it off a score, he's going to want to talk to that person where there's common sense and emotion involved and put that car deal together. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one. The women love him. Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
You hate that, don't you?
I do. I do.
Appreciate everybody calling and or making comments. Tom Hammond said he's still waiting on the acid rain.
The what?
He's still waiting on the acid rain.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Tom, I got a new Tundra hat for you. I need to get that to you.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
How about that? I had to go with him on Thursday to his coffee gathering.
Yep.
If it was a little closer, I'd go. Except it's early, like about 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 to 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still.
That's not one of my better hours of the
You're
day.
still playing bass with BB King on the stage in your dreams.
Exactly.
So let me ask you: if you could play the bass with anybody or any band, who would that be?
Man, that's pretty.
Anybody. You're just sitting there waiting for that call. They called and you went, "Yeah, I'm in." Who would be the cat?
Well, I do like several different genres of music, but he said he sent you a text yesterday, Kurt, about something.
Yeah, I got it.
Probably. Can I say more than one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, Earth, Wind, and Fire would be up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
no doubt.
To me, that is the best R&B band that ever existed, in my opinion, with their stuff and the way they did it. That's way up there. But that I like country too. Probably it would be. Boy, that's a tough one there. Because I like the classic country, but I like, a little more upbeat stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I really think that Alabama really changed the face of country music.
They brought a little bit more of the pop image into it, and not so what we would call.
And then you had a guy that you don't even hear from anymore come on, Ricky Skaggs.
Oh, he
came along and just really turned.
But he came from a bluegrass background.
Yeah,
so
he really turned the needle on.
Flavor in there.
Yeah, his videos and the different things that he brought was completely different and really set a different genre for country music.
But the classic guy is George Strait.
Oh, yeah.
But he's the later version of classic because Merle.
What about Brooks and Dunn?
Well, I was going to say them, and I'd love to play for them.
Brooks and Dunn.
No, I would love.
I don't think they had a bad song.
And other band that I would have loved to been into. Speaking of duos, is Hall and Oates.
All right.
I would love to be on Daryl Hall's specials he had and played in his little studio.
I was watching a deal the other day. They had Brooks and Dunn, and they had George Strait come out and sing "Boot Scoot Boogie."
I saw that.
Blew it away.
And did you hear them sing one of George Strait's song? I believe it was, what was it? God, I can't remember. They did one of his songs. But, yeah, he did a great job of that.
Great job. He killed it.
And they were just kind of laughing.
Yeah, the one grabbed his harmonica and chiming in. And,
that was the side of George Strait that I had not seen.
Yeah.
He laid it out there, though. But I love George Strait. Love Merle Haggard.
You don't like Garth Brooks?
No, I do not like Garth Brooks. Not a Garth Brooks fan. Sorry.
None of his songs.
6 seconds till we're back live.
I'm not a Garth Brooks fan. Let's just keep it that way, okay?
You know what? Who I used to really like that has some great music, and he just kind of faded away. Was old Dwight Yoakam,
I still like Dwight Yoakam.
Alan Jackson.
All of those guys, but Dwight Yoakam he's got a little rock image in him.
He's on Landman.
I know, and he played in one of my all-time favorite movies was Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Oh, he was great at that. Doyle. He was yelling at those guys when they play music on the back porch, cussing them out for. It was awesome. Y'all haven't seen that. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Sling Blade. Got any mustard with 10-cent fried taters?
Have you seen the guy that impersonates him at the drive-through every time? And his wife's like, "Don't do it." And
I
go,
know. I've seen that.
"Honey, I won't." You get
He still does it. Why would you?
Great stuff.
Another one bites the dust.
Now this isn't disco.
No, I'd call it rock.
Maddie
Or pop rock.
Maddie, this is a Maddie song.
Yeah, she's been to too many sports activities.
This is a Maddie injection. She injected it in the show.
Sneaking those in there, huh?
That's right. Larry wouldn't have injected it.
Nah.
Just Maddie did.
It's not a Larry song.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Let's get to a few more questions here while we still can. Let's see here. Does a really scratched up bed? Okay, I'm going to answer this question. Some of these questions, I want you. I guess some of y'all don't tune in often enough, but a scratched up bed doesn't bother me. It doesn't. I've got a buddy that if you looked at the bed of his truck, you'd walk away. But he does have the bed rails, his tailgate, the inside all scratched up. The rest of his truck and the inside is immaculate. Why this goober does not put a bed liner in his vehicle or a spray in, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question on top of that question. Why would they put these pickup trucks without those in there in the first place? Is it because they think some people out there are not going to use that bed at all for anything?
Yeah, well, I have never bought a truck with a bed liner. I've added it, but I've never. I just like the paint job, but I know in my heart of hearts, I'm going to scratch that thing up.
Well, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what you put back there. At some point in time, it's going to get scratched from something that you put in the back there, because most of the time that you put back in a bed is just going to be wood or metal, or you're carrying something that's heavy, so it's going to get a scratch, even if it's a mattress.
Yeah.
Anything is going to cause scratch. And I don't understand why they just don't make them that's with bed liners in there and call it a day.
Yeah. A lot of the manufacturers, if you look at Gold Stage puts a lot of bed liners in their Tundras and Tacomas. And then some of the dealers now, they'll, it just takes up so much space in the parts department to have bed liners that don't get sold. Plus they warp. And the big thing now is spend $600 and get you a spray and bed liner, get a Rhino liner, or whatever the other products are. Just make sure you know who you're using.
Right.
I want to talk about something real quick, and I got like 3 text messages on it, and they saw Ralph's name pop up. I'm going to tell you, coming into the holidays, guess what everybody does? They indulge, they eat whatever, drink whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then you all go hit the gyms in January. I get it. My pastor, one of them says the best day is February 1st because everybody's giving up the resolution. He gets his parking place back at the gym. Start your body conditioning now at your CBD store in Keller. Go to yourcbdstorekeller.com. You got gummies. You know what the most important things we can have is good sleep at night. They got products for it. You want to focus better at work. They got Brain Boost, better for you. They got the new kava drinks that are out. I had no idea what lion's mane was, so I started doing the research. Unbelievable. They have the mushrooms. My wife, swelling in her feet and ankles, gone. For me, I had the worst headaches I've ever had in my life. Last week, I was almost non-functional, and my wife would take the pain cream and put it on my neck and shoulders and on my temples, and it took away 90% of the pain without having to take a prescription migraine medicine, which is so important. So from their kava drinks to their seltzers, you say, okay, my next thing to give up is the booze. Go by your CBD store in Keller and talk to them about their seltzers. They've got, in fact, I had one last night, shared one with my wife, Island Time. Friday nights, I don't sleep well. I drink a half an Island Time. She drinks the other half. Boom, we go to sleep. Great products, USDA certified organic with great knowledgeable people. It's not about the high at your CBD store in Keller. It's about the health. A healthy way to start now before the holidays hit, because you'll be amazing. You start taking care of your body now at your CBD store, Keller.com. Come the holidays, you just run right through it. Your CBD store, Keller.com. I did a Zoom with a bunch of people, 2 of them this week. They just wanted to hear just the basic, what does Kurt have to say about it? They didn't want all the medical and technical and all the details, and even it was fun because I would tell them, hey, somebody that's watching, Google cannabinoids, and let's talk about that. The discussions and the conversations were great. And I says, why not start building your immune system and building a better life without relying on doctors and drugs? Without it. And that's your CBD store, Keller.com. It's on my website, theautomotiveedge.com. Go on there. We had 76 people go to their website in 2 days to go, let's check it out. Everybody was really concerned, what Dan Patrick was doing in Texas, but I think they're really seeing all the values of the good people that are doing good things for vets, kids with ADD, kids with so many of my friends.
I'm sure he got a lot of kickback from that too, because the people that they went kind of scary when they going, I'm going to be losing something that's really helped me or my family. I've got to tell these guys they need to knock it off.
Oh yeah.
Because I know you felt, a lot of people felt that way. And I know that Ralph said that people were coming in going like, they can't do this.
Yeah.
And so
they created panic, and there doesn't need to be.
No, not at all.
Big Pharma can't win on this one. They can't. And by buying the right products from the right people and writing Dan Patrick and the rest of them going, hey, we go to your CBD store in Keller. We buy great product that has changed our life. It's not about us getting high. It's about us getting healthy and maintaining and doing better. You get all that at your CBD store, Keller.com. I want to thank everybody for the 2 Zoom meetings this week. And they got to hear my heart. They got to hear my heart. When I go over to your CBD store in Keller, sometimes Ralph will give me a can of Kava or something, but I hand him my credit card and I pay for this stuff. I just wish the people I'm buying this stuff for would pay me back. Then I'd be real happy. 214-787-1190 is the number. Why do price changes from the advertised price online change when you get there? Real easy. Add-ons, or you didn't qualify for all the incentives. So you got to check that out when you're looking at
and do it before you go. That way you don't get upset, or you get, in a situation to where you're halfway through the deal and then you find out all the add-ons and stuff.
Or they say, hey, Bo, are you a first-time responder? No. Take that off. Hey, are you a fireman? No.
Right.
Are you military? And then you're like, oh, wait a minute, the price just went up a couple $1,000. So the old adage, know before you go, we've lived, eat, and breathed it here on the Automotive Edge radio show, is that's it. Add-ons, dealer ads, usually window tint, wheel locks. A big thing now is trunk protectors. A lot of people are putting those trunk organizers in their vehicles. So when so many people start buying them through parts, they figure, well, what the heck? Let's just start ordering and putting them on the car. If that's the norm, we're going to roll with the norm and put it on the car and put it on the addendum. And so you'll see those things. But the big thing now isn't so much dealer add-ons. If you read all of their ads, in fact, if you go to a lot of our sponsors, it says dealer add-ons, and it says a lot of cars now don't come standard with mats. So you'll have mats and window tints and wheel locks, things that 90% of the people in the industry buy. They're going to put it on already. Okay. And can you negotiate it? Sure, you can negotiate it. But always check the incentives. I went to 3 dealer websites, and it was really cool to see that if you qualify, and it had 5 different incentives. Are you currently driving this product? Are you a first responder? Are you military? All these little different things, college grad, all this, and that's what added up to the big discounts. And then there's some that are just giving away huge discounts to move inventory. But it's always better to check before you get out there and go, well, no, I'm not this, and you go through it, and then you're upset. But guess what? The next dealer can't do it anyway. They can't do it either. So when you say, well, I went to this dealer and I was at $29,995, and then by the time it was all done, I didn't qualify. I was at $33,995. Well, guess what? That dealer's going to be at $33,995. So before you run around upset because you didn't read the fine print or you didn't look to see what you did or didn't qualify for, go to theautomotiveedge.com and let us take a look for you and just make sure that A is A and B is B. Quick break. We're going to come back, get everything wrapped up. I'm Courage with Chase, with the man, the myth, the legend, Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back. And my grandson is playing his first soccer game right now.
Oh, the one in McKinney?
No. He plays football at Logan. 5 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah, first soccer game today.
So when are you going to start coaching him with stuff? I know that's in your blood. I know you're itching.
Daddy's going to take care of that.
Oh, is Dad going to do it?
Yeah,
You don't want to be the assistant coach? I'd be more fun to be the assistant coach to your son.
I got to tell you, I've never coached my boys. I've taught them, except for one season. I coached Colton in flag football. That was it. Other than that, it's very difficult because a lot of dads, and I've seen it, and I sponsored one team, and I actually took Zach and left because my kid is the quarterback or my kid's a star running back. Okay. And he wasn't even the best on the field. And so
I get that.
Stuff like that.
But you do have some dads that are not like that. I wasn't that way. I mean, I coached Graham in basketball and baseball, and I just called it like it was. I told him, I said, you're going to have to be good to play. And you know, and there were guys that were better than him that got better positions, but he was good. He was good in baseball, average in basketball, and I called it like it was. And he, you know, the parents appreciated that, and that's what you got to do. But well,
I remember I had a dad, he comes out and his kids come rolling up, and this was 13, 14-year-olds. And the kid's got this unbelievable bag, and he's got the wristbands. He's got a monster in his hand, and he's got all these different bats and everything. He goes, Coach, yeah, this is, I don't remember what the boy's name was. He's your starting pitcher. When he's not pitching, he'll be your first baseman. I went, wow, really?
Got him all picked out?
Really? He said, yep. I said, I tell you what, hang on just a second. You're firm on that. I said, yes. And by the way, what's the deal with the energy drink? We don't allow those out here. Well, my son is an elite player, so I went over and I got a transfer. I said, look, needs an elite team, and I handed it to him. He goes, what's that? So you need to take your boy, go find an elite team. I said, this is a baseball team.
All right.
And I decided who the pitcher's in the first baseman. Everybody else, well, I haven't even seen your kid. And he goes, would you see the name on that bag? I said, I'd go back and find that team again. And so he came back, and the kid was okay.
Right.
And God bless him, because it was Dad pushing the needle.
Well,
but you know, when I talked to the dad, guess what? His dad had all the credentials. He wanted his son to be him.
Right. Well, here's the thing. You just kind of put the nail on the head there. What I was going to say too is the fact that I know there's dads out there that coach these kids that do what you said, but the parents are almost just as bad, if not worse, because when I coached, I had the same problem. I had where these parents come and say, man, you know, my kid's this or he's that. And I had one dad that just bragged on his kid, and the kid sucked. I mean, wasn't even good. I mean, he was horrible. And you have that. So it's really hard for these
1 minute to lie. Sorry.
Thank you. It's really hard for these coaches to really coach because they had that coming at them so much.
Well, I had a picnic every year, and all the kids would come out. We'd bring a bunch of footballs and let them out there. And I said, look, here's there, no tackling. We'll do two-hand touch, whatever you want, throw the football around. I told all the coaches, watch the kids out there. And and I brought all the parents. Here's the deal. I'm the coach. Here's the assistant coach. I have two rules. One is do not interrupt a practice, or you will not be allowed to be part of the practice, just your child. And don't talk to me immediately after
We're
the
back
game.
in 20
Talk to me
seconds.
the next day.
24-hour rule.
Don't come up and start complaining about what your kid did or didn't do, because you know what? I go by how they practice, not how good they are, how well they practice, because there's some kids that are really good that think that's just, they don't have to practice hard. They're that good. They will not play. So if you don't like any of my rules, there's the form. Take your kid and skedaddle.
Yeah.
But I
No
never, once we started winning some championships, we didn't have that problem.
Well, that's all the more reason you should be the assistant.
Right.
Help them out. Help him out.
214-787-1190. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the Automotive Edge radio show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia network, and all of our live feeds. Be sure to share and like the show, because there's somebody, whether you're like my beautiful sister in Tennessee, my sweet cousin up in New York,
Florida,
we can help you.
Wesley Stewart.
Yep.
We have them everywhere, and we can help
Yep.
all over the country.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can tell you, hey, this is a good car. That's not a good car. I had a guy on a TRD Tacoma out in California, and he was about $6,000 higher. And I said, why don't you just come to Texas? He said, what do you mean? I said, you're going to pay your taxes getting it back in, but you're going to save yourself $6,000 just on the selling price. You're going to pay California taxes anyway. And he actually drove his trade here, spent a couple of days on the road with the wife, came in, went over to Freeman Toyota, bought his Tacoma, and took it back home.
How about that?
$6,000. Man, you can fly first class round trip cheaper than that.
Uh-huh.
So we can help, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service. The only thing I can't help you if you're not in my PMA is body shop, because it's very difficult. I had one guy that put me on a FaceTime to look over his car, and it was so difficult to really see. But I can help you and give you the tips on what to look for, what to see, what to do when it comes to your automotive needs, and just make it a level playing field.
Well, as far as body work concerns, you're teaching to the folk out there is go and find a good body shop that you get referrals on, or you've seen their work, or you get in touch with them, and then keep their business card in your glove compartment. So if something happens, you already know where to go.
Yep.
Don't wait till after it happens and you go, I don't know where to take it. Be proactive about that, because one day you're going to need it. Hopefully you don't.
Yeah.
But if you do, then you'll know where to go, because you've got faith in what you've seen out of that work and out of those people.
Yep. No doubt about it. It's you always, when you're sick, you want a good doctor.
Yep.
When you got a toothache, you want a good dentist.
But you're going to want to know where those people are. You want to
Yeah.
go. I want a good doctor. I want to know before I go to the doctor who to go see.
Yep.
And the same way with my dentist or anybody else, attorney. I want those people already I know to go to before I need them.
100%. And it's all about networking. And is your net working? Do you have the right
Is your
people?
networking. I like that.
And I always tell them, you throw it out there with holes in it, the fish get out.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when I do network meetings, I always say, how well is your net working? What are you putting in that net and scooping in?
Right.
And you're going to have to, when they pull that net in and dump it on the boat, guess what? They're throwing out the bad ones, the things
Yep.
they can't use.
Good point.
But what do you have left over from that net?
The
What
meat
did you
potato,
pull in?
that's what you want.
That's right. And so I always tell people, for me, I don't have a dog in the fight. I do have sponsors that I talk about every day that I'm accountable to, no doubt about it. And I do refer you to there first. But here's the thing. I don't have Volkswagen or Lexus or Mercedes-Benz or Audi on my site. But you know what? I know people that run those dealerships, Porsche, that can help you out and take care of you. In fact, I got sent 3 electronic referral fees, and I didn't accept any of them. They're going, hey, you need to log in right now and get this money on your Zelle. And I called them back and went, you can write a check to the Automotive Edge / adopt a teacher, and it's cash in, cash out to the schools. But I can't take something just made out to Kurt Chase. Not going to take it. And he goes, so you're just going to let this money go to waste? No. You are. That way somebody can, they're paying you for the lead. No, you'll never pay me for a lead. You got to be doing it the right way. We're going to have hiccups, but you know what's great is when you're with the right people, the hiccups get fixed so fast, and some of it's almost transparent.
Yep.
And that's who we put you in relation with. Remember, the dealers don't build cars. The manufacturers don't build cars.
If you even
They
watch the
assemble.
commercials, there's a Ford commercial that says we assemble.
Yeah.
And they say that 80% of the ones we assemble that are sold in America are assembled in America.
Right.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
And so that's nice. It's here, but they're assembled.
But we're going to hold the dealer account. Everybody did. When I was managing dealerships and selling cars, they would show up. You sold me a lemon. You had, and we're accountable, even though we're the buyer. The manufacturer's assembles. We buy it. You're the second buyer. But we're held accountable into that standard. With that being said, we want to put you with the right people that are accountable to you. And they're going to make things right, and they're going to get with the service manager, they're going to get with the manufacturer, they're going to get with the warranty companies and make sure you're taken care of. There's nothing worse than having car problems, going out and your car not starting, even a flat tire, but your check engine lights, all your dummy lights come on, your system isn't working, which is a big thing now, is infotainment system problem because they're packaged so much into these cars. Let's put you with the right dealer that says, you know what? Let me get you a loaner car. We're going to get this taken care of.
Ralph Paul said you helped him buy 2 new trucks.
Yepper.
And that's what you're here for. That's what we're here every Saturday morning from 8 to noon here on Talk Radio 1190 and on our social media sites is to help.
And with Ralph Paul, he wasn't going to buy that truck. I said, you got the wrong tires on it. And we went out and I said, pull him a truck around with all season tires. And he was like, this is incredible. So it's the little things that you change that make the big difference when buying an automobile. So we want to thank everybody for joining us. And hey, moms and dads, spend the time with your kids. All this new AI crap that's coming out, a lot of it we don't understand. And there's some of it that are hurting our children.
It's a lot of fake stuff.
Put the cell phones down at the dinner table. No cell phones at the restaurants. And reconnect with your children. Even if they're not there, or you have grandkids, get reconnected. Be sure to turn off the electronics. Tell that person you love them. We want to thank you. Have a great weekend. We always appreciate everybody from Charlie Davis in Lubbock to my sister in Tennessee, my cousins up in New York, our friends in Florida, all over the state of Texas. We love you and appreciate you tuning in. Let people know and sign up for the newsletter at theautomotiveedge.com that we want to be the person to help you with your automotive needs.
And don't forget, we'll be back next Saturday morning at 8 a.m. right here on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR.
Have a great weekend. Larry, thanks for jumping in and helping make the show today. Have a great weekend, buddy.
Job.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Take care. Have a great weekend.
All right. That was